Welcome everyone back to the Drop Pod Podcast. I am Emmanuel. I'm here with your favorites. You haven't seen them in a while. We have
What it do?
Well, I mean, you've seen Cassie in the last one, but you haven't seen Mariah in a minute.
I left out the country, y'all.
You already said you cut out my clips.
I'm back in town, back in the country.
Okay, finally.
What's that song again? I'm out of town, running around. Never mind.
My coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
So what's up, y'all?
I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, never mind.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
I have a question.
Wait,
All right, does she say that because she's black? I always thought that. I'm seriously questioning. Is it because she's black?
I don't know. From the interview I saw on Instagram, she said that she thought everybody's coochie was pink and booty hole was brown.
Okay, all right. So it's just clarifying. I
That was
thought
really interesting.
I thought that's been on my mind forever.
She got the
Yeah. So that's a perfect way to introduce our guest today. He's an artist, so he knows how to work with colors. So,
Okay.
all right. So we have our guest today, all the way from South Central.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah,
South Central. What?
raised in Inglewood. I just came from South Central, my mom's house right now. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
But I live in Hawthorne though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. All the way from LA
Yeah.
native. Welcome to the podcast, Chris.
Hello. What's up?
That's my tattoo artist, you guys. If you need
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
tap in. He did my whole back, my hip, everything.
Show them your back tattoo. Show them your back tattoo. I'm sure you guys have all seen Mariah's back tattoo, but if you guys don't know, just model for us real fast so we can see it.
It was a lot of hours, a lot of
5 months total, y'all.
man.
This is wow. It's really good. Yeah.
I'm in the chair next.
And it was the easiest to work with, by the way, because she didn't shake or move. You know,
Y'all heard that?
it was really good.
Yeah.
Shaking. Not
You know,
stirred.
it's actually crazy because I remember the first time we had Mariah at the office.
Yeah.
Me and my employee at the time, we were like, that back piece is out of this world. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, that's like one of the best back pieces I've ever seen ever.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So when she
Make
said
you blush.
her tattoo artist was coming, I was like, I get to meet the artist himself.
It's crazy because we talked about it earlier when we were in the back, and I was telling him that it was one of my favorite pieces that I did because there was a collaboration between her being able to kind of give me the freedom to do what I wanted, and compared to a lot of other clients, not to name nobody, but they kind of know what they want, and a lot of the times I'm not so happy with it, but I mean, I'm still gonna do it. But with her, it was a lot of communication within. She liked this, I like that, and we just kind of brought it all together, and then it ended up being a really cool ass piece, to be honest. You know?
Yeah. Like, it's crazy because when I first initially got my back piece, I only planned on getting what was supposed
just a
to be
chair-
my,
yeah.
my first and only
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
And I remember I got back home and I was like, oh, my back is like way too blank and my OCD is like kicking in. So I texted him right away and I was like, hey, like, let's add to my back. And then from there, the rest is history. Like, I left all creativity up to him. So he basically just like, yeah,
It was dope.
it's his work of art.
Sizzle.
Do you have any tattoos?
Just two. But
No, you too.
What you got?
yeah.
What you
What is
have?
it?
I have one that I want you to cover up.
Okay.
Is
And I'm gonna
your
explain what it is.
ex's name?
Jesus. No.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Oh, it's Jesus. You want to cover up Jesus
No,
Christ?
It's her ex's lips.
Oh, really?
Whoa,
we see it?
that is
So we gonna put it on
wild.
Mac
You're
Blast.
gonna put your ex's lips on you.
I
Shut
don't.
up, for real?
For real? For real?
No comment.
What?
But
You want? Hey, you want to know something crazy?
So
I had a-
kissed your.
Well, can you? Is it showable or is it not
It's on the
showable?
rib.
It's
on the rib?
I
it's
wanna-
on my ribs.
Let's show
Let's
it.
show it. Let's see.
It's technically not my ex.
We can share. I'll
Whose
share
lips
some of
is
my
it?
tattoos.
We just got matching tattoos. We found a lip that was like kind of like
So he kissed your.
no, we did no.
I'm imagining him
No.
putting like lip gloss on and then smacking.
So I'm guessing
I
that
hate you.
symbolized love. That was the symbol. Like,
Yeah, it's my high school sweetheart.
okay.
It wasn't
It's
his
so emotional at that moment.
high school sweetheart.
That's crazy.
We didn't get each other's lips, but it was like a lip and has a skull in it. It was young and dumb, and you know.
Was the skull
Okay.
supposed to represent like till death do us part?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Damn, in high school.
proposed.
He proposed.
right after I graduated.
Wait,
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he took care of my life.
Wow.
So it's definitely
Do you still talk to him?
to the now.
It's been that's it. But you don't know nothing about him right now.
Yeah, a little bit
So how is that?
through
Through
social
Instagram?
media.
So do you
Instagram,
like
social media.
look at stuff and you know how his life is, or is it just like you guys have mutual friends and you
Yeah.
guys bound to?
We have mutual friends, so like reposting and like just
Interesting.
passing
Alright.
through each other.
That's crazy. Congrats, though.
Shit, like that.
Were you guys ring from the gumball machines?
I can't.
You choose the tattoo.
I'm not dealing with you. No, we were just like literally on Google, and it was like he had a tattoo artist. Well, like one of his best friends was like getting into tattooing,
Yeah.
and we decided that we were going to get this one tattoo that kind of symbolizes our love.
Okay.
But it wasn't like each other's lips. It was just a
It's just simple.
stencil.
You know.
Yeah.
A stencil.
All right, it's cool.
Yeah,
That's
enough
good.
about him.
I thought he was like he kissed your rib, and then like the
No.
tattoo artist like, well, let me preserve it.
Y'all
like,
about, y'all
I was
about
like,
to
that's
have all the
crazy.
Negroes, all my.
They preserve it like the Mona Lisa.
They be like, so that's what those lips are there for.
So how many on average, like how many tattoos do you like do a month? Like what's
You know-
your busiest?
It all depends. I do a lot of big pieces. I think the most I do is like Friday the 13th tattoos. So I'll do from like I'll start at 7 in the morning. I'll probably finish the next day around 4 in the morning. So I'm maybe over 50 tattoos.
Does Friday the 13th, like, is that like a high grossing day for a lot of tattoo artists, or is it kind of just helps you with marketing yourself?
It's really good for marketing and getting to know potential clients, obviously. But at this point, it's mainly just marketing because technically, prices are so expensive with materials and all that. The reason of Friday the 13th is because you want to charge them a cheap price. You know what I mean? That's the purpose of it. You get a deal, but you're not really making so much because if I let's just say I make 1,000 to 1,500 just that day, a lot of it is wasted on my materials. So that means I have to re-up on my materials, and my materials, they run me a lot of money because I use expensive materials. So technically, I'm not really making a lot now, but I'm definitely getting a shit ton of. Oh, can I guess?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of clientele off that. Yeah.
I see. It's crazy. I checked my watch because I was like, wait, tomorrow's Friday the 13th, but no, we're one day off.
Oh no, it's
unfortunately.
October.
October is the
yeah,
next
yeah,
Friday the
yeah.
13th.
So I'm thinking about
Okay.
having an event, but it's gonna be mainly I'm gonna provide specific sizes and custom designs that will take me longer. So I'll do less tattoos, but obviously you'll get your money's worth because it's
Alright.
gonna be a decent tattoo, not just bullshit. Because a lot of the time, majority of people kind of hate their Friday the 13th tattoos because it's like, oh, I just got it because it was cheap and I was just like, fuck it, let's get it.
Yeah.
And so they end up getting it covered up. So I'm like, all right, well, let me start something different ways. Like you'll get something decent that you might actually like for a decent amount of price, and you're not gonna want to get it covered up. You're gonna be happy with it.
I'm gonna go to you because I got Friday the 13th tattoo on my leg actually.
Wait, what?
I know.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
I think it's
the
this
only tattoo he had was the cross.
What is it?
right there. See it?
What is that?
It's a
Is
mountain.
it a kiss? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Cassie's egg.
You guys think this is funny?
He came and kissed my leg.
I knew you were questionable.
I know, right?
He's just going around kissing
saw it.
everybody.
Oh my goodness.
I want that one.
Yeah, I got this like mountain thing. I forget it's even here sometimes. Like I
in
legit,
the back too.
I was like, let's get as low as possible because I did for a YouTube video actually. So that's part of the.
Tattoo?
That's my only tattoo. You don't see my arm.
Oh,
I have
you
a
got the
whole.
cross and you got the writing right there.
I have like Yakuza tattoos. So like my whole body is blasted.
I
I swear.
yeah.
I swear.
Let me see.
Can't show you.
Take your shirt off
Can't
right
show,
now.
shut the fuck up.
Gonna get him in trouble.
I know you're.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is PG-13. Went to rated R.
Quick.
I do want to get like my whole body blasted like Kevin Durant. I think that's
That's
sick.
just wild, man.
His shit's it's cool because like you never know.
Yeah.
Until like he takes his shirt off and it's like, dude, that's wild.
Like you
Yeah.
have to see the detail. Obviously, you know he's darker, so you really can't tell. But the closer you get to really see a whole story. And you know what's crazy? You say that because a lot of celebrities and like athletes, they're doing this thing where there's this guy in LA, but he provides the service where they put you under the table, you're asleep, and
Oh, I've seen
they will
that.
do your whole
Oh
back
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
I
stomach.
saw that on
It's like
TikTok.
Yeah.
Money
Yeah.
that Lil Durk did.
Yeah, and then you know I think they have an RN or a doctor right there supervising, but you're completely out, and you have like 7 artists putting 8 hours of work on you, and you have a whole full, you know, half.
Yeah,
body
you have like
done.
an anesthesiologist.
Which is crazy because it's like when you wake up, that shit hurts. Like I don't care if you were put to sleep. Trauma, your body just went through a level of surgery, if you call that, and it's in pain. Like when you get a tattoo, it fucking hurts. So
Yeah, it hurts.
I wonder how they handle that after, you know what I mean? Like how they're able to be calm and chill after such a long session like that. But I mean, it's expensive. I've seen that. I've heard is like 200 to 500,000
That's insane.
price range. You know,
Oh wow.
which is a high scale of luxury tattooing, which I'm not at that point, you know, obviously. And I don't kind of want to. I feel like I'm old school with it. I've been tattooing for 13 years, and you have to feel the pain. I mean, I think that's the sacrifice. Like, you get a dope piece, but you sacrifice pain. Obviously, you're paying for it, but like you're going through a procedure where you feel good. You know what I mean? Like, I just dealt with it. I got this dope ass piece. It took me a lot of mental strength. It was painful, but I just feel good about myself. You know what I mean? So that's what it was based off when I started tattooing. Now it's just kind of like everybody uses numbing cream and stuff like that. And I'm not hating with anybody who sees that and uses it. I'm not hating, but
I'm
you know,
cheating.
13 years ago, man, you bite your fucking
Lip and
your
just-
lip and you just fucking take it.
Yeah.
You have these big ass machines that sound like fucking drills, you know, and they're just going in and you just gotta take it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
How
Doesn't
painful
numbing
was
cream-
yours? Yeah.
Honestly, well, I have a really high pain tolerance, but like I told everybody, it's not as bad as people make the back seem. If anything, Chris knows the dragon head on the back of my neck. That was like 1,000 out of 10. I'm never touching the back of my neck ever again. That was painful.
Yeah.
But overall, like the only parts that really hurt was just like the outlining of like the armpit area. Like it's super sensitive there.
Yeah.
But the spine wasn't bad. The lower back wasn't bad. Like I took it like pretty well. Like way better than I thought I would. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I was just laying there calmly. Because once you learn a breathing technique, like it's good.
It's all about the breathing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, what's like the craziest piece you've done? Or like,
Damn.
what's the craziest and
And
I'll
the
say most
longest.
I don't even know if I want to
expensive
say
Most
this.
Piece.
expensive.
Yeah.
The most expensive, like how much I took home in one day, you would say?
Or
No,
how
like
much you
what was
charged,
the most expensive
right?
piece you did? Like
In one session?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like about 1,700, maybe, one session.
And how big was that?
It was I would say it wasn't like a huge piece, but it just had a shit ton of detail. And that just destroys my brain because I have to
Yeah.
really, there's so much techniques involved in things that I have to do. So I'm like, you this is how much you're gonna pay. And, I mean, at that time, pandemic, people had money. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Everybody
Take my
came
fucking
up.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it in your pocket.
It's
So I was
true.
like, all right, cool.
Right.
Now the weirdest tattoo that I've done. I'm gonna say it. Here's what it is. I tattooed balls. I did the money sign on each ball, and it was like the money sack. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
This was
on
about.
That was-
This was like 8 years.
She
ago.
said balls. What girl's walking around with balls?
I mean,
Okay. I mean, well, yeah. You never know these
Nightwalker.
days.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna stop that. Now. Let's go back to.
And we're gonna get canceled. So
gonna get
anyways,
Yeah, never mind
how
about
was
that. Yeah, no,
like, was it
obviously.
awkward? How was the client? Like,
Uh,
did it hurt?
I mean-
Yeah, that is interesting. Like, so
I didn't even know you could do that. Like, how
If you want to know the procedure
yeah,
of
I
how
want to
it's
actually know
done,
the
Just- I
details
genuinely-
about this. Yeah, I'm
genuinely
was
like,
it
No.
hair on there?
did it hurt? Did he?
it was fully shaved. Obviously, the penis is put to the front.
Was he a porn star? Like, just
Nah,
curious.
He
it was just the
genuinely-
guy that he's a hustler and he's all about his money, obviously.
and
you
he
know what I mean?
wanted his balls.
And then he did it.
Yeah.
He was obviously under the influence because it was painful, but it's pretty simple. He's fuck. You guys want to hear this? All right. He stretches out his own skin, and then I just put the needle there and I just start going to work, obviously, you know how, you know, we're men, so
Yeah.
any kind of like just feeling of uncomfortability, your skin just kind of goes like this, you know what I mean? So it was challenging at that point, but I really don't give a shit. I'm just gonna get in there and get the job
Yeah.
done. You know,
Yeah,
if you're
that's
going through
business,
pain,
yeah.
fuck, it's your job. You're still paying me at the end of
Yeah.
the day. You wanted this, but that was the most craziest one. Another crazy one was I had two girls come out of my machine because I was like in these areas by the butt area, and then the vibration of the machine actually, you know, travels, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
they
crazy.
they both nutted, they both came, you know, and it was really crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, what was your
They were
reaction to
strippers.
that? Like,
Huh?
did they tell you that they were, or they just?
No, because crazy thing, when I was tattooing, you know, people make noise when they're in pain, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, all right, maybe I'm going too deep, maybe it's just really painful. And I hope the people, I hope no,
The whole time they're getting off on this situation.
because I think
They're gonna
one of them follows me. But
I mean,
if you know,
You're not saying her name. You're not saying her
No
name.
names were
Yeah.
I'm not saying no names. Hey man,
Say her
hey
name.
man, fuck it, right? It's cool, right? Who
Yeah,
doesn't like the
everyone-
nut, right?
Everyone, yeah. She left with a happy ending, right?
Great tattoo.
No,
Wait,
but
I need
then,
to hear the story.
So then, yeah, she started making noise. I'm thinking it was the pain. So then after that, no insult to you, obviously, I started getting a smell, not a snake smell, nothing like that. But you know, when pussy's wet smell, and I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm just doing my work, you know.
Wearing a mask.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, sure,
yeah,
yeah, sure.
all right.
This is before the pandemic, but that shit wasn't real. So then, I'm extremely professional when it comes down to my work. I extremely professional with my clients. So after that, you know, they kind of just told me, and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. So then I started looking into it, and then I started really seeing that there's a possibility that women do get pleasure off this. I mean, women get pleasure off pain. So I was like, all right, cool. So ever since then, I just kind of tell my clients, hey, anytime I'm around that area, I'm pretty specific. Like, hey, there's a possibility that you might get a level of you know, pleasure or anything like that. You know, just know, and that's it. But that was another one.
That's so interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've had that. I've had people pass out on me. I've had the craziest tattoo. Like I had this mom be like, she came for a consultation. She's like, I want to get this tattoo covered up, and then she turns around and she has a tramp stamp, right? And she had the boxing gloves tied together, and it said "Beat it like a champ." And I was like, whoa.
Damn, she was
And then
getting
she
it.
told
Had
me,
her run.
she was an older mom, right? She's like, dude, this is like an issue with my relationships because, you know, when I'm intimate, they be looking at it like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. But it's just like she was young. She was young, wild, and I was
Free,
like,
young,
fuck
wild,
it.
and
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have kept it. Oh, Will, love me.
Young, 16. I got tattoos that I fucking regret. So.
Cassie's gonna show up next week. I want to get one on my inner thigh.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I know what I want.
I know I want one on my inner thigh. Yes.
Of course.
I thought about it.
Spread it.
That's crazy. Yeah.
What was your favorite piece?
To be honest with you, my favorite pieces are from my clients that passed away. That's what I would say. Yeah, like I know their stories, and I still have their pieces to this day. So I think I consider those like my favorites. Because out of everything, man, I've done so many fucking tattoos. I don't know what I think I actually would say is my favorite piece because I always want to do better, and so I'm so into my head where I am my biggest critique. So I always want to do better than my last piece. So, but like technically, my favorite pieces are the ones that passed away. So
Was the demand like super high when Kobe died or when Nipsey Hussle died?
That's
Like,
normally what happens. So when something becomes
Yeah.
extremely like popular or like you know active, no shit, that was my phone.
Oh, I was wondering who's phone.
Yeah, some phones ringing. Yeah, when Kobe passed away, obviously Kobe. When Nipsey Hussle passed away, Nipsey Hussle
Yeah.
tattoos. So it was just back to back, back to back. But
I'm actually curious about this because there's a lot of complexity, a lot of variety with tattoos. Like, how do you as an artist are you able to like gauge your talent and know that, hey, I can actually execute this? And then I think it's a unique kind of art because most artists, they know what they're gonna draw, like they can plan it out. But for you, like if I walk in the door right now and like, hey, I want to get this tattoo, you're seeing it, and probably within like 10 minutes you have to like figure out a game plan. Like, how do you, what's like the thought process if someone just walks in, let's say a piece like Mariah, she's like, I want to get this on my back. Like, how are you like, okay, this is what I need to do? Yeah.
I do a lot of research and a lot of experience. I never worked at a shop. I'm self-taught. Since I was a young kid, it was all self-taught. I grew up in the hood, so watching my homies start doing that, and then I they got in trouble with the law. I got in trouble with the law. It became more of like we just started teaching each other. So I never worked at a shop because at that time, shops were extremely into themselves. So it's like if you don't know us, you're not really allowed to be here, and you don't get to get taught. So to get a teaching from a real tattoo artist, you have to know somebody in there, and then you become an apprentice. You pay your dues, and then you value. Now you're capable of doing this kind of stuff. But I didn't get the opportunity. So when I started tattooing, it was just like self-taught, fucking up a lot of like really bad tattoos on my friends and stuff like that. And then when I started really doing big pieces like this, I did a lot of research and a lot of practice. And I come from an art background. I used to do graffiti for a really long time, and I got in trouble for that. And then I always did murals and arts and Japanese work. I was really obsessed with that. So if I have somebody comes up and tells me, hey, this is kind of what I want to do, I have a lot of variety of experience. And if it's in between all those kind of styles, then I go ahead and start executing like, let me plan it. If it's a big piece, let me plan it. Sometimes I'll just flow with it. I also do spontaneous, like, hey, I want to get a portrait of my dad or something. All right, let me, he passed away. Let's put a dove in there, some clouds, maybe something else. But then I try to think outside the box. So then I'll start kind of just building off that. And I'll just write it down in notes on my phone sometimes. I go home, do my homework, stuff like that. But I kind of like I've been doing it for so long. I just kind of, it pops in my head already.
Just comes to you.
Yeah. And I think that's just with anything you do. Like if you do it so much well, you're eventually just going to be natural at it. I was watching the video. They were saying like if you spend I think like 18 minutes a day, for I think 100 days, whatever it is, like whatever it is that you're practicing, you're better at it more than 98% of the people doing it. Mm-hmm. So I think if you just consistently, try it, then obviously you can execute.
Right.
I agree.
That's really what it is.
So when you practice, like, do you practice on yourself?
Bro,
I heard also like the orange theory, right?
No,
that shit. That's not bullshit.
You know what I used to do? I used to go to the market and buy pig skin, bro.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that
people
too.
do that.
I've heard of that
Fucking
too.
house.
Yeah.
And I would practice because that's as close as it gets to skin. After that, I was like, fuck the pig skin. Started tattooing myself. And I did a lot of shitty tattoos.
Can we see your leg?
No.
I want to
so
see.
bad.
Now I want to know. Do it
I'll show you one leg. I'll show you one piece of one leg.
Okay, that's cool.
See.
This is trash. It's supposed to be a
Oh,
rose.
I see.
I play the piano. This is supposed to be a tree, cherry, and then I got more stuff.
Oh,
Not as bad as you were making it seem like it was.
Wasn't that
It's not as
bad.
bad as the
You're just
lips.
comparing to your current work. Has there ever been a time where you denied somebody,
Oh yeah, I started to deny people now. Like,
and why?
I've been
Yeah, what's your criteria for that? Yeah.
I've been doing this for such a long time. There's just things I don't want to do. If it's a stupid tattoo, I'm not gonna do it. If it's like when I get my lips, my penis now, or my fucking cooch, ear, like if it's dumb, I'm not gonna do it. It's a waste of my skills. I don't want to do it. Money's not gonna, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My time,
You can't post it anywhere. You can't.
I'm not gonna post it. And then I also don't want them to be like, I got it from this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
And I'd be like, hey,
your
you're the
name
guy
attached to
that
it.
tattoo
I feel it.
splits. You tattoo clits, right? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's fucking do it, So no.
Not the tattoo clips.
He's a clit guy, right?
What would you say the most like sensitive areas? Like if you wanted to, like me, I want my rib cage
gonna
tattooed.
hurt. Bad.
It's bad. Like
bad.
to be mindful of.
Oh.
Like if you want certain pieces.
Like I said before, the best spots are the most painful spots. Let's be honest. Every joint area is painful. I maybe because of the ligaments and veins, whatever. I don't know. Ribs are really painful. Stomach hurts a lot. Chest is all right, but anything that comes around this area right here, it's not fucking easy. And then you got to be mindful. You move, you're breathing, you're doing all this. For the artist, it becomes extremely hard because there's a amount of deepness that we have to penetrate without starting to damage the skin tissue, and so all that plays into part. And if you're shaking and moving and being ticklish, your tattoo is most likely not gonna come out really great.
Would you recommend like having numbing cream? Like, does that affect the ink at all?
Everybody uses numbing cream. The only thing about numbing cream, the problem is that it could be confusing for the artist because it causes more blood flow. So then, if the artist is penetrating the skin, it can be confused with the ink and the blood, and it can make it seem like the color or the ink is packed in, but it's really not packed in. It's just the redness of the skin, and that is caused by the numbing cream. So it's just a lot of pros and cons when it comes down to numbing cream. Obviously, if you have experience in tattooing, you will catch on to those things. So I will not mess that up. Like if you're using numbing cream, I know what to expect. I know that it's gonna be more challenging. I know that possibly the skin is going to reject the ink, so it's going to be more challenging to figure out ways how to pack it in well and not really damage the skin tissue or cause more pain to you and trauma, obviously. So it's just a matter of, if you're going to use numbing cream, be aware that the artist that you go to is experienced with that. You know what I mean? Don't just go with somebody because they're going to charge you cheap and they have never worked with somebody that wants to use numbing cream. So that's some things that you really need to pay attention to. But I mean, it is what it is. It's inevitable at this point.
Right.
Just make sure you get a good numbing cream, not some shitty, because then you're gonna make it shitty for me, and then you're gonna feel the pain.
Jesus.
Sure.
Yeah, because I always tell people when they ask about my rib cage tattoo, the one that you did, I'm just like, dude, that tattoo was only like 2 minutes, but it felt like 5 hours. Like it was so painful, and I just sat there like.
You feel cool. I ain't gonna lie. When I get tattoos, it hurts. I just sit there and meditate.
I like the pain. It's
but
addicting.
it feels cool. You feel tougher. It just kind of like psychs you. You just feel like you could do more. You could take more. You could fucking take the world. You know what I mean? So if you don't challenge yourself, then what the fuck are you doing? To be
Then they're
honest,
gonna think I'm all masculine because I think I can take more because I got this awesome ass tattoo.
it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know. So
Have you been doing a lot of like face tattoos? Has that
I-
increased a lot the demand?
dude, it kind of, but I say no. Like, how do you get a face? I'm sorry, but how do you get a face tattoo and like you don't have nothing? You know what I mean? Like you don't get the worst areas, and that's something that a lot of artists kind of look at. Like, damn, this fool got a whole fucking thing right here, and you know what I mean? But yet doesn't have like a lot of restrictions. Like, all right, well, he just wants attention. He wants to maybe look, I don't know, fucking cool, tough. I don't fucking get it. But I know the toughest dudes, man. They ain't got shit here, but the whole body's fucking
Yeah,
blasted.
that's true.
You would have never thought that unless they get take your shirt off or wear shorts. You know what I mean? My homie, you know, right now he's doing time, but man, you see him, he has nothing in his hands. He puts some shorts on, takes off his shirt, fucking everywhere. You know, but you would have never thought that. You know what I mean? So I mean, I wouldn't do face tattoos. I don't like it. I do necks, obviously, and stuff like that, but not face tattoos. No.
I know
But
you said,
depends on the person. Yeah.
I know you said Japanese art is like your favorite. What
Yeah.
type of like Japanese art? Is it more like landscape or?
I like the mixture of color and like the scales of gray tones that you could combine them together, like her back. Like if you see, there's a lot of gray tones, and then the color is just some collaboration that it really catches your attention. I think black and gray is cool, but when you add color, it just fucking throws it off the roof, and you're like, damn, it's something about the combination of colors with the black and gray that just grasp my attention, you know. And I love black, but I've been getting so fascinated by just colors into even like, you know, interior designing. Like if you just throw a little bit of splash of like this dark green light green and some yellow mustard color with a black background, it just flows, you know what I mean? I feel like black and gray is becoming a little bit too overrated, so
Yeah, it's just plain. It's too plain.
I think it is fucking plain.
Yeah, I agree.
I was thinking like I've been seeing a lot of like black people getting like red and stuff on them. I think it looks cool. What kind of colors do you like recommend for like darker complexion people of like darker complexion?
I don't have a lot of options. I definitely stick with red. I would maybe do some maybe orange, but it depends on the tone of dark that they are. You know what I mean? Because if you're dark and you put green or blue, it turns into the opposite color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if you don't take care of the black correctly, then it turns like green. So it all depends. And I tell them like they'll be like, hey, I want to get all this crazy shit. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I already know how it's gonna look. You know, not to talk shit, but it's just not gonna look great. So what is that, a skull?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, get it. I actually like it.
That
I like
looks
it.
like the odd feature
like it a lot.
kind of theme.
I like it a lot.
It's
That's
not
actually
bad.
dope.
I have a shoulder right here, which is like fallen feathers from my grandmother. And it is.
Cassie's showing her tattoos for if you guys want to know. Yeah. off
Yeah,
camera.
off camera.
Because it'll be flagged. Just kidding. She didn't. It's not that crazy.
Yeah.
And the red held way better than the.
You know, it'd be dope. This is random.
I want you to
okay?
do a tribal band.
That'd be dope if you do like a mirror, and the rows inside of a shadow, like shutter, like a broken mirror. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a concept,
That's
but
dope.
I mean, that'd be really fucking.
It looks like that Odd Future like donut. At first glance, it kind of looks like it. It looks like your boyfriend a fan of that stuff?
What are you
Or
talking about?
It seems traditional.
My ex.
Yeah, your ex. Yeah. Was he
had
into,
a lot of tattoos? He was like into skulls, but like my family they were like, oh, you shouldn't tattoo skulls on you because it represents death.
It was just death and the devil
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
So I
You know what's
hid
crazy
it.
when they say that, because it's like wasn't death an angel?
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
all right, because he just flipped stories. I mean, sides. But he was an angel.
Okay.
He was used to fucking get rid of shit,
That part.
right? So, all
Yeah.
right, I don't want to get too religious because they're gonna cancel us.
Like, what type of podcast is
What kind of shit is he talking about? Fucking dick clicks and
right?
clits and fucking skulls and
I
God.
mean, this is something you need to know when you want to tattoo something on your body.
Emmanuel, what are you getting tattooed next?
Yeah, man. What are you gonna get?
I'm torn because I want to get like the solar
Just get drop
system.
plug, just like.
You should get branded.
Get branded? Okay, definitely not gonna get branded.
Oh, no.
That
I think that'll be a cool
nah,
vlog.
heck no.
You said you want cool vlog ideas.
I want but I will never get branded. You cannot
The
pay
plus
me
sign
enough.
right here on the side of your eye.
Yeah, you could do the plus.
Nah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't think a lot of the people I work with are gonna want to keep me around if I have a
It's not professional.
face tattoo on.
He's committed.
I'll probably get face tattoo when I make when I'm richer than like Jeff Bezos. I don't have to like report to anyone. Yeah, then I'll probably like think about it. But nah.
I want to get a face tattoo. I want a red heart outline right here, but everyone's like, no, don't do it. I'm like,
Don't
Man,
do a heart.
There's a lot of people that have
Oh
that.
no.
it's just so
Every
dangerous.
girl that has a heart on her face or here, it's weird. But like every girl I know that has that is like does like night work.
Oh, never.
Every single girl, like it's like every single time I see it, she does like certain kind of work.
Yeah.
And I'm just like every time I see it, instantly I think, oh, she's probably
Or-
Never
working
mind,
or
guys.
something.
I will not be getting that tattoo.
Yeah.
They don't work.
At least not on my face. Maybe on like my ass cheek.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Fuck that.
Man.
But yeah, I don't want my face touched. So that was the only reason why.
We should do a dare, not dare, a podcast or a competition. If you lose, we pick the tattoo for a person.
Dude. They had a show like that.
Oh, yeah. Don't
You
they
put
still air
enter
it?
here on her butt
I
cheek
think
with arrows.
I hate you.
you know what, Emmanuel? If we ever do this, I'm gonna choose.
Don't
Like
say
a rock.
don't wash.
Okay.
Says
We're done.
don't-
We gotta put something really
don't watch.
raunchy.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of when I was
Don't you can put wash me.
Damn, he's having a blast.
I love it. I know exactly where I'm gonna place it.
sounds like you've thought about this for a long time.
Okay, I did it. I just thought of it right now.
Anyways, back to what I was saying.
Okay,
So
you're
when
the
I
one
was
talking about.
when I was in the Philippines, I was actually gonna go impulsively get tattooed with my cousins. How I impulsively do everything in my life, and we went to the tattoo shop. And basically, for one, I was too sunburnt, so I couldn't do it in the area that I wanted to. But they had an option. It was like not a spin the wheel, but they had this like game set up on the wall where you drop a ball into any of the selection and like the ball freely goes to whatever slot at the bottom, and whatever it lands on, that's what you get. And it's like a discounted price thing.
Are the options good, or is it like
Honestly,
kind of
for
shitty?
it being like discounted tattoos, like they were actually like decent tiny tattoos.
I think
like,
anything
they were
that's
cute.
foreign would be fucking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
it was
true,
cool.
that's
Like,
true,
it's
that's
really-
different.
They had some cute stuff. It was actually really good, but it was gonna be my cousin's first tattoo, so she was like, if you're not getting it, I'm bitching out." And I was like, "Dude, what? I was gonna pay for it." Like,
Oh, I see.
But what was the price?
in American dollars, it was like $4.
He's,
Yeah, and that's why I was like, let's go get tattooed. Like, I got piercings impulsively with my cousins. I was like, hey, let's go get piercings. They're like, okay. And yeah, so
I wonder how they
screen.
sterilize it or what the process is.
I wish I would have known, but I don't know. But it was like a full blown like studio setup and everything.
That's
Like
cool.
it was official. Actually, I have a video. I'll show
That's
you.
pretty fucking
Was it
cool.
gonna be with like?
Oh, I have a video of when my cousin did the ball thing too, just for.
Oh, that's cool. I actually want to see that.
Yeah, let me see.
Were you guys gonna get it with the
Was it the
tattoo
hammer?
gun
Like,
or the hammer?
I'm doing that next trip
Oh, okay.
with Wang Ode, the oldest tattooer. Oh, I think I told you that.
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
last-
yeah, yeah,
So she's
yeah.
like 109.
You know what?
She's
I
the
actually
oldest
heard
tattoo
about that.
artist in the
Yeah.
world, so I'm gonna get
She
tattooed
came out
by
in
her the next
Vogue,
time.
right?
Yeah,
She came out in Vogue.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Shout out to the country.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Vogue
actually
Philippines.
fucking cool.
So we're
Down for
going.
the
We're going with
culture.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all gonna
She said
go.
you're not invited.
Fuck. Really? That's what she says when I'm not around.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna cut my pay. Don't say.
Oh,
All right, never mind.
Messed up,
You are
man.
invited.
No, I'm not going.
We're going.
I'm not going.
They're gonna send you an invitation.
Oh, so it's called
going.
Tattoo Plinko.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are like the designs at the bottom, and yeah, you just like drop it in.
I think it's a whole ass studio.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so like wherever it drops, like that's the tattoo that you get. And yeah, that's a tattoo. It was called Sweet Paint Tattoo Studio. So if y'all are in Ventura, go cool. But yeah, like they were super dope. Like it was like a full on like studio. Oh, look, Emmanuel, they even have like the cause figure.
Oh, that's cool. But you know, I'll never see it because I'm not invited. So,
I was kidding.
are you sure? All right.
Make sure you
Mariah,
book our
We
trip
never even
first.
discussed a group trip. We can talk about
Mariah's
it now.
not a sneaky snake.
A business travel trip.
A business.
She's not
travel
a sneaky
trip.
snake.
That'd be really cool.
That I don't.
Taking pictures over there.
Dude,
Well, I
my
was supposed to go to Ghana.
yeah, we're supposed to
shit.
go to Ghana.
On Emmanuel's
yeah.
budget.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Drop plug
We're all supposed to go
edition.
to Ghana.
Ghana.
So many.
Yeah, that's where his family's from.
Well, that's what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
from. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a
Cool.
drop
Hey.
trip.
He said he was gonna pay for all of us to go.
Oh shit! I'm
Me too.
invited. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, we're gonna have like a dope artist with us.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Don't blush now.
He looks like he's on the spot. He's like, "Damn, this is over my pay right now."
Watch
Yeah, I
me
got
like
the funds for this
disappear.
shit, yeah.
Like you don't hear from me that month. We're supposed to.
He sent me a text
I'm not even
message
gonna
last
post
night.
this.
I'm gone.
I'm not
like,
even gonna post this on the page.
I'm sleeping.
This podcast never happened.
That text message I sent you last night.
Yeah, it's talking
She-
about no one's is available at this time. I'm asking about the stocks. I'm
Dude,
like,
this was
so what it
hilarious.
looking like?
She texted me last night and
Oh my god.
she was all like, hey. 10:46 p.m. I was getting ready for bed actually. She's like, hey. What are we looking like for the stock market? I replied, we're sorry, the number you have dialed has been disconnected. There's no longer in service.
Meanwhile, he's like, why are you going to sleep at this time? Sleep is for the week. And I'm like, all right, let me stay up a little bit. I'm trying to catch it before midnight. I'm like, Jesus. I said, shut up.
It's funny because around the same time Mariah texted me and I was like, sheesh, man, like right when I'm about to go to bed, like my phone is like blowing up.
We were talking about you, so like, it
Oh,
just
that's
like,
why.
it was
That's
a
why. Because I was like,
alarm in my head.
I had a hunch, like I was brought up because you guys randomly hit me up.
We were talking about.
I don't want to
today.
know what you guys were talking about because I feel.
tip though about something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
see.
we were both talking about him about today, I think.
Okay.
No, but I texted Emmanuel separately before you and I were texting.
Oh.
Yeah, you told me you hit him up, and
Oh no, because you're
listen,
replying to
stop
that video I
responding.
sent you about the inspirational guy. That was like fucking like 10 days old. I sent it to you, and I was like, you had me thinking. I was literally thinking every day. I was like, did I piss her off with that video? Like, did it like rub her the wrong way? Did he see the video? Like, I was like, okay, this is awkward. She
didn't reply?
She didn't reply for like 5 days. I was like,
It was-
oh, this is
It was a
awkward.
day and a half.
This is a weird moment.
Yeah, it
It
was
was a
weird.
day and a half.
Okay, well, it felt like 5 days. 'Cause
Friendship wasn't at this level.
I know. I was like,
To
okay.
be fair, I did not see it. Like, I think I accidentally opened it when I was like in the midst of doing something.
Oh.
I genuinely didn't see it till I opened my message to text you, and I was like, oh, what is this?
She gets a lot of text messages, you know.
I don't. I
It's
just.
funny. It popped up on my FYP. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
Mariah's the perfect
Mariah's
person to send this
person
video
this.
to.
I sent it to her, and then
that's
yeah.
Wait, quick question. How did you guys meet? Like, I know
They-
you guys are really close friends, but like, how did you meet them?
So that's actually a good question. How did you? Because so.
So it's
they're
on
the ones-
Figueroa, and just kidding.
like,
For that, I'm gonna
He's
charge
lying.
you more for being here.
I'm joking.
No, but for real, like, how did you? Because yeah, like, they're actually Drop Plug was the one that reached out to me in like September, or October, or something. Basically, just they DM me saying, hey, like, we want to have you, come film like a What's in My Closet for YouTube, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, it threw me. How did you find me?
Oh, so it's funny because we're just going through Instagram, just looking at like people's
lurking,
posts.
just like,
Yeah,
this is
just
what the fuck this looks
stalking everyone's post and just seeing like who's in LA.
I want that.
So were you on like the Los Angeles tag?
I think we were.
She's local.
Yeah, we're like the Los Angeles tag, and then or we were looking at. So what we would do is like we'll look at Los Angeles tag, and then we'll look at influencers that like have a following, and then see who they follow, and then we just started DMing people. And yeah, I remember she showed me your account, and I was like, oh, this girl looks interesting. Yeah, we should have her. I was like, she's Asian, she's super tatted and has cool style. I was like, okay.
Super tatted.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this will work. Yeah, she'll do.
I
Yeah.
remember it threw me off at first because, like, at the time, like, when you guys had DM me, I was looking through my page and I was like, I probably have 2 pictures on my feed of me in sneakers. Other than that, I'm in heels. So I was like, why would a sneaker company reach out? And I literally thought, I was like, this can't be real. Like, I'm not even wearing sneakers. Like,
She's
what
a
in the
fit.
world?
She fits.
Yeah, like, she fits the
fits
description. How? I don't wear shoes. Like,
You know what? I
So it
do
did throw me
remember
off.
you don't have sneakers. You did
Yeah.
have sneakers, and I forgot there was something. I think it was just the way you like your style, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, she has different style, and plus you were in LA, so I was like,
Like, oh,
why
it
not?
works. Let's
Yeah,
just
let's
see.
just try it out.
Let's just try it out.
Yeah,
and
so
now here I am.
yeah,
It worked out perfect.
and she
Yeah.
came with Cass.
I did, yeah. I
So
brought
she
Cassie.
was, she was like,
Hey,
I'm gonna tag along.
Yeah,
And
because
then, all right, she works too.
These people, like, can I bring somebody?
Totally.
And yeah, they were like, yeah, you can have a +1, blah blah blah. And then yeah, after that YouTube video, like, we never spoke again. So I was like, okay, that was like a one and done thing. And then I think it was like December they reached back out to be like, the in-home content creator, blah blah blah.
And then you
got
guys just hit it
Cassie.
off.
Yeah, we kind
became
of just like grew
friends.
like a business relationship, and now we're really
Yeah.
cool. Like, we get along really well. I think all 3 of us have like a great chemistry. That's why we all work together. Like,
That's actually important.
great. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
really important.
I don't know. He be ready to kick me out like every other week.
What?
You know what? Let's end this contract today.
You could come once a month.
Okay, you're right. You're
Come
right.
once a week.
Watch your.
Once a year. he's gonna rip your hair out.
I know. See, I got extensions.
Your hair looks good today.
Thanks.
I mean,
So-
looks
I'm
good.
not trying to.
Sorry.
You know what? I'm not gonna let you.
You gotta be careful how you copy.
I gotta edit that.
Gotta be
that
careful.
came out wrong. I like the way it flows. It looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
You should have been like, your hair always looks great, but today
It looks
it looks
better.
really good.
I like that one.
You know, let me redo it. Let me redo it. Girl. I gotta know your secret. What did you do today? Cause you be looking on point, but today you took it to like a whole nother level.
You sound so
Your barber told me
Yeezy taught me. Yeezy taught me. Yeezy
Sounds
taught
so
you what?
his barber put me on game. He said he got the beard filling. That he can fill in my edges.
Low key, but I love my barber. He's really good, but when he starts putting that spray on my, I'm like, damn, like nah. I'm like, yeah.
Go ahead.
I just let him do it because he needs it for his pictures. But as soon as I get home, I scrub the hell out of it.
I hate the stupid outline that barbers be putting
The
on the like what.
The
It's
what?
literally just you've never seen that
The
like
chalk?
barbers nowadays they put
Yeah.
the chalk like as like
Oh, like the outline? Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's so
So that's
I
because
get-
of,
I
isn't
get
that for
what it's-
pigmentation?
no,
Right?
It's for so if your barber is very detail oriented, they'll put the chalk so they can outline where they're using the blade.
Yeah, no, I get
Yeah.
that, but they literally like leave it, and it's just literally a line. It's not.
Oh
even
yeah,
blended,
that looks
nothing. I'm
that
just-
doesn't look
You
good.
better go
I'm
take a
gonna I'm
shower.
gonna find an example.
My,
in the
my
shower.
barber wipes mine off, so but-
Yeah.
That's a
See,
I
that's
get a
true
massage.
barber.
social
get a
media
massage?
personnel
Oh.
guy. He literally leaves the chalk, and he just made. I just
Yeah.
seen him post yesterday how like girls was capping on him like you need to erase that chalk line around your hair, and he was like, you know what? I don't say anything about you guys' foundation, your lashes,
Right? Because that shit is not matching your neck.
right. right. But he does leave the outline, like chalk line.
I don't like the chalk. I hate the chalk. I don't. The spray is a little bit. Yeah, the spray is okay, but sometimes like it's a little too much, and like It's funny because I used to like it, but I started seeing people when I come across other black men and they see they have the spray, I start dying, and I'm like, nah, man. If I'm laughing at this guy, they're laughing at me too. Yeah, like I look just like that too.
We're not gonna say
That's crazy.
But if you know,
you know.
It's funny because I know this guy. He's bald, but he got a haircut, and then he.
Same guy.
No,
The same guy. I'm over here looking at her. I'm like, are you talking about the same man?
see, like it'd be like this. Like,
Never mind, never mind.
full-on leaves.
no,
Right.
what
that
I'm
looks
talking about,
crazy.
like-
That looks like
Like I feel
Looks
like
like
if you're
your
gonna
arm
leave
wall.
that, blend it. You know what I mean? But no, they just leave
Fade
the
it out.
outline. Yeah, fade it out, make it look good.
I
but
think
no,
I think it's a new trend to like show how like good your lineup is.
Maybe.
well, the lineups be pushed back half the time.
Yeah.
Hey man, if it makes them happy, fuck it.
Mine got pushed back a little bit too.
I don't get a lineup.
You don't?
I never do. I just keep it the way it is because I feel like getting a lineup. I'm speaking for myself. I just feel like it's like a kid shit. Like just young. When I was a young kid, I would do that, you know. But now it's just having a box look fucking weird. I just keep my lineup the way it is. Go get my fade down, and then kind of just trim my beard a little bit, fade it. That's it. Like just all that little weird fucking cuts, perfection. I hate it. When I was a young kid, I was like, dude, huh?
I said you have a good hairline.
Well, maybe if I didn't, maybe that's why I would want to get a lineup, you know. But like when I was younger, I'd do it. Like, yeah, you gotta hug me up. A lineup has to be perfect. A fucking football field, you know.
Did you guys ever get your eyebrows done as?
I
kids?
get my eyebrows done. I do that. Yeah.
No,
I'm
never
cool with
did
it.
my eyebrows.
No?
Never.
You should try it. It feels good.
I mean, my eyebrows are good already. So
And you'll be surprised.
I used to.
It might be the smallest little details. You know what I mean? Details that really kind of stand out.
Are your eyebrows like bushy? Like, do
Or you
have,
just like them cleaned up?
Yeah.
Just cleaned up. Like right now, I haven't done them in months. Right now, but I just get them cleaned up and that's it. I like
Yeah.
it. I'm cool with it.
Have you ever had like the slit or like you know how like some people be getting like the little?
Oh hell no, that's fucking
Oh,
retarded.
no,
I'm
that's,
sorry,
that's,
man.
that's
That shit
yeah,
is dumb
that
as shit.
is
Like,
insane.
motherfucker, you don't even fight. You know what I mean? You got a scar for no fucking reason that grows right back up. You know what I mean?
It's a
Right.
big scar.
Like, no, bro, don't do that. Just let that shit go.
Nah, yeah. If you want to look tough, you gotta have at least cauliflower ear. That's like
Oh, yeah.
my rule. Like if someone has cauliflower ear, I don't fuck with them because I know like that guy fights for a living.
No, don't do it.
I let those people just I
Take
just give
my
them their
parking.
space.
Don't
Yeah,
I pay for the parking ticket.
I don't want no trouble.
I pay
Big
for the
guy.
parking spot.
yeah. Those people, yeah, they've been in enough fights.
Yeah, I think people that do a little weird shit, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
You know?
that's the,
You're an Edgar, you know? It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If
Those
man,
damn
hopefully
Edgars.
whoever sees it doesn't have none of that. But if you
I
do,
mean,
let
if
that
the
shit
shoe
go out.
fits, wear it. Like it is what it is. You know.
I guess we'll just go with that.
Would you ever get like a haircut? Like, would you ever go bald? Like, shave it all off?
I think my head is too big for it, but I think I would probably consider it like when I'm like older. You know how like Asian women be having the short.
You
hair?
think your head is too big?
Yeah.
What's your
What do you
head? Turn
mean?
to the side.
You
No, just turn to the side.
No,
that
like
shit
when my
is
hair
shocking because
when-
I
when
have
my
a
hair
big
is
ass head.
up. Like
No, let me
when-
see.
you
Just
can't
turn
see, like,
your
my
head to
hair.
the side.
It doesn't make a difference.
Just
My hair
face
is
the
not up.
camera.
You have a decent head.
Just a big, decent head. Yeah, it's not
I
that
think
bad.
my hairline is pushed back. That's why it's covered.
Yeah.
But no, I'm being so serious. Like, but I would only consider cutting my hair short like when I'm older, and at least thankfully I have curly hair, so I think it'll like go nice. But I have to be like older. I'm not. I would get a wig to see now.
Imagine
I
Mariah
I've
with
been wanting to do
waves.
that.
Wig.
She has
With finger
waves,
waves.
the 360 waves.
I think that'd be fire though.
I think it would look cute. I just
Yeah.
can't. I'm so used to having hair. This is the shortest my hair has been though in my whole life. Like my hair. Well, when Cassie met me, my hair was down past my ass, and I've always had my hair long.
And it's thick.
I think when I was tattooing, your hair was really long too.
Yeah, because I hadn't
Yeah.
cut it yet.
Her haircut. Was
Yeah.
impulsive, too.
Yeah, my haircut was impulsive. Everything I do is impulsive. If you know, you know.
I do the same shit too. One time I have like a lot of hair, and then the next day I just go bald. Like, and
Yeah.
For me, it's like it's gonna grow. So
Yeah,
it's a
that's-
temporary thing. So
that
for
was
me,
my
I don't,
process.
I'm not so detailed about that shit.
Yeah, like I literally woke up and like I was in the shower and I was like, I think I want to cut my hair. And then I was gonna cut it myself, but I was like, oh, I don't know if I should do that.
I've
And
done
then-
that.
Yeah, instead of
Way
calling,
back.
I literally just like hopped in the car and like went all the way. My hair lady is in the South Bay, like all the way in Lawndale. So I drove all the way over there, not even knowing she was gonna be there. And I was like, "Can you cut my hair?"
Yeah,
She's like, "Why didn't you call?" I'm
spontaneous.
like, I don't know. I just thought about
crazy.
it like an hour ago.
I wanted to do a drive to Vegas yesterday. I wanted to, but I didn't. But I wanted to.
You want to just drive to Vegas?
Yeah, I want to take like the back roads though, not like the
okay.
main. Just like rip through like the.
Yeah. What are you gonna
desert.
do when you get there?
Gamble.
No, I don't know. Just sleep and then
And just come back home?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
All
do.
right.
I really didn't have the. I
Yeah,
just wanted to
that's
do,
cool.
I just want to
Were you
for
gonna
the-
go with Hannah or by yourself?
I was gonna go with Hannah. In fact, I was gonna invite you guys, but I didn't know if you guys would want to come.
Let's go
We
right
have a
now.
podcast.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's just go
Right
right,
now?
now.
I have work. Well, y'all can
I
go.
can't go
Come
right
with me.
now. Maybe like Friday. No, not Friday. Next week. We could do next week.
Okay, I
we could do
can
next week.
week.
But
And
it'll
just
be a
let
good
post it,
vlog.
though.
It'll be a good vlog.
Yeah.
And we go Vegas. We have fun for. The girls can go to the pool,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Why did you say
and then
like
I'll
that? though?
I'll
Like-
chaperone, and then if some guys are getting too touchy, you know,
Security.
we'll slap them.
Security.
And then
Getting shot.
yeah, someone gets shot. Sorry, it happens. And then we come back. Yeah.
It's a horrible, horrible
I'm
experience.
leaving y'all.
It sounds like it's gonna not be a good trip.
You know what's crazy though? I don't know if you heard of these guys. DDE, Daily Driven Exotics, the YouTubers.
I've heard of it. Actually, it sounds familiar.
It's crazy because I hit up Dave and I sold him some shoes. And then the other day, like he called me for more shoes. So I went to their headquarters, and it was crazy because like I got to see like I was actually in their vlog. It was cool.
Oh, really?
That's actually pretty
Yeah. And the first thing he told me, he was all like, "Your marketing is smart because you have pretty girls in your TikToks." I was like,
cool. Hey, you know, it's crazy.
Thank you.
I mean, to be honest, it's a good strategy. Like,
Yeah.
I used to go to this Hispanic market in Inglewood, and it was a small spot, and every person that worked there were obviously females, but they were from the ages of 18 and 30, and they were all beautiful women, you know? And so that market was always busy.
"Fuck you."
Fucking always busy. So it's like, I mean,
Remember Carl's Jr. back in the day when they had the girls do their commercials?
oh yeah. and
Dude, their
cars
business
and all
was
that.
booming.
Yo.
Until
Yeah.
when they changed that, Carl's Jr. is not even like relevant.
Yeah, for reals.
You even
Yeah.
forget they even exist sometimes.
Yeah, women are great marketing. Like I know
Yeah.
too. I saw this interview like some years ago. I don't even remember who it was with at this point. But yeah, I was watching this interview of some artist, and I remember the record label was the one that was saying like, if you want to make it as an artist, you need to appeal to the women because they're the ones that's gonna post like them lip singing and just all like make the cutesy little videos and like the women are like kind of like the
Yeah, 'cause the guys,
stars
what the
of-
fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
The guys are gonna haggle you and try to.
yeah.
this shit.
Like, hey, bro, repost my shit now. You know? But yeah, like women,
know you saw
women
it.
are great marketing.
I'm hungry now. You guys talking about
I got
burgers?
fruit. You want some fruit?
Yeah. Can I
Yeah,
Give
eat
us some of
okay?
that jungle shit.
I know that looks like
Give us
that
some
looks like sea urchin. At first, when you brought it in, I thought it was.
It looks like it's moving.
It does.
No, try some.
It
Here.
breathes.
Here, cut
Breathes?
it.
I'm kidding.
It's fruit. Here. Cut it.
I'll try it definitely. Oh, it feels weird. The texture. It's
know.
like some hairy balls.
Where do you find
I'm
it?
gonna record this.
Some hairy
Does
balls.
it remind you of your client?
It just brought back a lot
Is
of.
that eating the sister or cousin of lychee?
This is
Lychee?
wild. What is this called?
Rambutan.
Rumble tongue?
How do you know the
Rambutan.
difference if they all look
Does
the
it have
same?
a smell?
Because
Oh, it does have
well,
a smell.
Lychee doesn't have the hairs on it. It's just like the red. Like it's like a rough texture. And rambutan.
Can you cut
It's
me out?
just that.
Can you cut me one?
Yeah.
Oh, can I just pull it out?
Yeah.
You-
No,
it-
huh.
it-
Slice.
Yeah, slicing it is easier.
Just a little slice and then you'll be able to pull
Let
it.
me slice it up a little bit.
Do I just eat it whole?
Yeah, don't eat the seed that's inside. So like put the whole thing in your mouth, but like
Oh, so it's like eating what you call it?
This to your friend. We're gonna
Just
do
don't
an
eat the
ASMR.
yeah, like it tastes the same.
In his mouth. He looks like he's challenged.
Mmm.
He's tripping out. He doesn't want to come off rude. But he cannot. He doesn't have a poker face. He's like, fuck. This is like a
Bubble water.
This is like a solid nut.
Yo.
Take the nut. Take the nut. Just
That's
put it
your,
in your mouth.
What's that? Your
Don't
premature
swallow what's
egg.
inside of it though, but just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you eat the whole thing like off the bat? Just take half first and then
It tastes like balls.
Yeah. I knew you were questionable. Wait, we need to talk about this.
Job.
How do you know? Man?
this is like a mermaid's ball.
So what do
Does
you
it
do?
grow in a
What do you
tree?
do in the after hours of drop plug?
Okay.
I
Because we
would
can send that.
Yeah, we need to know.
it feels like balls.
How do you
Because I
know?
was gonna talk about the taste, and he said nuts. So I was like,
I can't stand y'all. We gotta edit this
it
part
feels
out.
like balls,
It
This is
feels
funny, though.
like balls. Okay, so
like
what's
hairy,
the taste?
hairy nuts.
Hands down.
It tastes good though.
This is really fucking good.
Okay,
See,
y'all
I'm
know
just
the
telling y'all, the exotic
good.
fruits is where it's at.
It reminds me of something.
Give y'all
It reminds me of
another
something.
It's like lychee. It's the same family.
Yeah.
Have you had lychee?
Mm-hmm.
Is it lychee, lychee? Can somebody
It's
tell me?
lychee.
lychee.
See, that's what
My
I.
girlfriend is Asian.
Yo, this is really
and
good.
I'm not. Me,
Okay.
me and your girlfriend are the same race,
The fuck?
Emmanuel.
I only,
That's the thing. So Filipinos say lychee, but everybody else says lychee. Like any other Asian descent, they say lychee. So I'm like, are the Filipinos wrong, or are we different? Like, I'm genuinely
I was
asking,
about
like,
to
is
say
it
this
lychee
joke.
or lychee?
Where's the region where it grows originally?
I think in the Philippines. Like, I think they grow in the Philippines and Indonesia.
trust me. My girlfriend's Filipino. She said it's. Just kidding.
So are we just gonna disregard me now?
the geographics.
You know what's funny?
going.
Because I told my girlfriend this joke.
I'm scared.
I might
hear
not
it.
post it. I might not post this because
Jesus
I don't know how
Christ.
people will receive it. But I'm all
Fuck what the
like,
people think.
I'm all like, you know, like, she's Filipino, and I'm like, Mariah's Filipino, and blah blah blah. I'm like, so if I like go to like the Philippines with you guys, I'm like, people are gonna think like, okay, like people think like I'm a passport bro, right?
I wanna
But-
hear this.
But I'm like, but I told my girlfriend, I was like, nah, like they're gonna go there, think I'm trying to pick up pussy, but I'm actually dropping it off.
Yeah,
I think we should post this. I kind of like
I
it.
think it's postable.
I think this is
I feel
postable.
like if anybody takes it the wrong way, that's on them. Like,
So wait,
So if you see me at any
This is how we get
Filipino
along.
events, guys, if you see me at any Asian events, I'm not there to pick up girls. I'm dropping the girls off. That's what I'm doing. Don't go there. Hey, Emmanuel, man, he's always around the Asian events. He's trying to pick up Asian
is not-
girls.
and this is
It's
not a man
I'm not
either.
picking up pussy. I'm dropping it off. I'm
Just dropping them
dropping them off at their event. Go have
All right.
fun. I'll come pick you up.
And it's real pussy too.
and it's real.
oh my gosh. Wait,
I
let's
want
talk.
that
I remember
one.
you told us that you grew up like around Filipinos. So like,
I'm so nice.
how was that?
It was so I grew up in like West Covina, like so it was primarily like Asians, Hispanic.
Covina?
Yeah, like I grew up like towards like the Asian side of West,
Yeah.
so I was closer to Walnut. So a lot of my neighbors, a lot of people I grew up were like Filipino.
Yeah.
I honestly I didn't know what Filipino was. I until like I got older and I knew what it, like the like ethnicity.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just thought like, oh, like you know they're Asian, right? So
They're all Asian.
or I thought like they were probably Hispanic or something. So that was like my first as a kid. I was
Yeah.
a child, so like don't cancel me. I was a child that thought that. But actually, when I was a kid, I grew up around a lot of white people.
Oh, really?
Hence why everyone says I talk the way I do. I know Cassie.
You're-
Yeah.
Sound very
White
proper.
Yeah.
You're definitely right, Pepper.
I grew up around a lot of white people. So like I grew up around like the gunslinging, like MAGA people. And those were kind of white people I grew up around. So it's just because the school I went to, like all of them were there. So like,
Do you think if you would have grown up like out here in the city in LA, you'd be different?
Fuck
Or-
yeah. Hell yeah.
do you
definitely,
think-
I would have been
Definitely.
way different.
If we would have walked up here with a strat. Like, what's up, dog? You ready for this?
But
Do you think
I mean, I think it was like a. Oh, that cut off again. Crap.
Wait, hold that thought.
Jesus Christ?
It's a good podcast.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good conversations, actually.
All right, it's rolling. It's rolling. Well, to answer your question, I did grow up around a lot of white people, Hispanics. I mean, Asians. My whole school, there was only 4 black kids, and
you were one of 4?
well, actually, correction, there was 8 black kids. 3 of them were me and my siblings
Oh wow.
in a school of like probably like 500 people.
Damn.
So yeah, like there wasn't that many black folks, and the only black guy in my class was my biggest bully. Actually, he actually always picked on me, so I didn't have any friends growing up.
Aw.
Yeah, so I grew up with no friends. But anyway, because I didn't fit in, right? Like, because I like the white kids, like I didn't fit in with them, and then I obviously didn't fit with the Asian kids.
Did
and
that
then-
make you want to grow up like in a different city? Like, do you wish like, oh, I wish I was in LA?
Well, growing up, I didn't like. I hated my school because I was just like, you know what, like I'm not accepted, and like I didn't like where I lived. I hated everything. Did I want to live in LA? Part of me didn't really care. I just wanted to. So what I found comfort in was just like my ideas and my creativity. So that's like what like gave me comfort. Like I'll just like think about like, I think my escape was getting older. That's what I was thinking about. Like, man, I can't wait till I'm like 20 something years old and I have a business
Find
and
your
I like my
tribe.
own office. Like that's all I kept thinking about when I was a kid. I was like, okay, well, they don't want to be my friends. I'm just gonna like focus on this and like try to make money, like try to do business. And this was like me at like from like first grade all the way to like 8th grade. That's all I kept thinking about. So then obviously when shit happened and I started my business, I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like but like since I was a kid, all I wanted to do was like have a business, start my own company. And funny enough, I always would drive past downtown LA. I was like, I'm gonna have an office here. Like I always think that, and that was just like my
Yeah,
plan.
you did.
Yeah, that was just like
Did.
my whole like plan, like because I had no friends, so I was just like, that's what motivated me every single day was just okay, like I'm gonna try to make something out of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, growing around. So if for me, I think me and my siblings, it was a little weird because we're African, so we didn't really fit in like with the African American crowd. Also, we didn't fit in with like the white crowd. We didn't fit in, so like I mean,
you guys were your own.
I kind of just like
selection.
floated, and then
Yeah.
plus I didn't know that many African people except for like when I go to church. So a lot of my like black friends were from church, but I only saw them like once a week. So I couldn't really get to like connect with them on a deeper level. Plus we lived so far away from them because they all lived in LA. We were like out in West Covina. So like there's no way we could like just hang out every day. So I mean, eventually I made some friends, and then yeah, just so that's how I grew up. But
Damn.
yeah,
Sounds like a lot of
How it is. Man.
a lot of lonely times.
yeah. I was telling my girlfriend I ran out of tears because all my tears were used up when I was younger. I can't cry anymore.
Yeah,
You better find some tears at your guys' wedding.
it's okay.
Yeah, I'll see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
When are you guys gonna get married?
Oh,
You
we'll
proposed
see.
yet, or you guys are
No,
planning
no,
on
I
it?
haven't,
Oh, okay.
haven't proposed.
You guys are planning on it.
Well, yeah, that's the plan. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's what's
because I can't move in with her until
Oh
yeah,
Till you're married.
get married. Yeah,
That's a traditional thing for
yeah.
her.
That also like our religion and just have,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
respect
Yeah.
for her parents and mine. So yeah, I'm just
Smart.
waiting to. Plus, it gets rid of all the BS because I feel like if I were to live with her, like I won't feel like the need to like get married because what's the point? I'm already living with you. So like that kind of like helps.
It's kind of cool
push
because if
it,
you get
yeah.
married, like okay, we did not just get married to split now, like
Mm-hmm.
you fight for it, and it's just more meaningful to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, that's the plan. So
Congratulations.
hopefully- Thank you. I
For your
hope,
future wedding.
hopefully, yeah.
Are we
Hopefully
invited?
soon.
Yeah, are we in?
Are we
Yeah,
invited?
yeah, of course.
Can I?
Better be
Can I?
front row.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah. You could come. Yeah.
Yeah,
You could just tell them I'm Filipino.
now.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably they'll probably think you're Filipino.
I fucking have no clue yet.
Yeah.
Filipinos take everybody in. So it's okay.
Are you in a relationship?
Huh?
Are you in a relationship?
It's a little sketchy right now, but Yeah, you kind of say that. It's just been a really tough road right now, but yeah.
I know it's 2023. What is a relationship? Huh?
That's the craziest topic right there. Because nowadays there's really none.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of value and in people these days, you know. So
That's
you should be proud.
yeah.
And
Be happy.
you know what I mean?
You found
Yeah.
one.
They're
No
like
question.
their instinct. If you do find something that has a good investment and value in it, it's
Substance.
really hard to find nothing out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree 100%. Yeah.
So if you got it, you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, stick to it,
Man.
Emmanuel.
Better give me the invitation.
Stop going
Oh, yeah.
to Vegas.
We better
I don't
be
go to
front
Vegas.
row.
What do you act like I go to Vegas for?
Stop going
Are you
to
guys gonna
Vegas.
elope?
Elope? What's elope?
Or would you like?
eloping.
It's when you like
Go
you're
to
just
the
running
bars.
off,
Yeah.
get married. Nope, you tell nobody. Like it's
Oh,
kind of
shit.
Oh no,
You
no.
guys never heard of that?
My
Like
sister
you would
did
never
that.
do it like
Yeah.
secretly and then do like a big wedding. Like, I know some people like to do that. Like they like to elope on their own and just have their own intimate moment, and then they'll come back and still do like a wedding ceremony, but they're already married. You know?
Oh, nah. I think we're just do the traditional way. Yeah.
How you guys gonna go through like
That's
the whole
cool.
court system? Or are you guys gonna have like more of like a spiritual type bond or
What do you mean?
Like-
go get married.
You
at
gotta have
court?
both,
yeah?
right?
Well, not court.
We
but
have to have
you
court.
Like
go
a
through,
traditional. Well, yeah,
like
I guess there's
American
some-
wedding, or are you gonna have more like?
Well,
Oh.
isn't the court for like illegal?
I think it's
Yeah.
like legal.
Yeah, and then
paper
you
purposes.
have your traditional, your culture. You know what I mean? Wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you looking to be culturally bind or like American bind?
Well, you can have both at the same time.
I think I'm gonna do both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I have to
like
file the
legally in
paperwork.
papers,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you guys divorce, it's gonna go.
Would
on
you ever
paper.
consider a destination wedding? Like,
Crazy.
if all of Hannah's family, like, because you know how when we were all at our dinner last week, we were talking about Hannah's family in the Philippines. Would you guys ever consider like doing a destination wedding like over
Well,
there?
I
for her
want to
family?
I want to do a destination wedding, but honestly, Hannah's family is not nearly as big as mine. So if we're gonna do a destination, it has to be in Ghana.
Ghana?
Because my
That'd be
family
so
is like
crazy.
50 times the size of hers.
Yo, that,
so
that would actually be a super dope
Yeah.
wedding. 'cause
Yeah.
You're getting two, like, that's super.
Yeah.
Filipino weddings are dope. I'm pretty sure your guys' weddings are
That'd be
hella
really
dope.
cool.
Like, I would love to see that. Like, that'd be
I
dope.
can't wait to get in there and do my
It'd be
two
really cool if you have like hyenas and chains.
hyenas.
You know?
That would be a
You know?
wedding. We're gonna be like,
What? the
y'all would have a
fuck?
viral wedding. Have you guys talked about like what, like, if any like cultural traditions you guys are gonna keep and do at the wedding? 'Cause,
So,
like, there's different like
um,
traditions that different cultures do.
Yeah, that's a good question. The Ghanaian culture is mainly like the wedding stuff is mainly for like the women, but I was like, I do want to see if I can like incorporate it into our wedding because obviously I'm not marrying a Ghanaian woman,
Right.
so I can't do that. But I do like some of the cultural aspects, like the whole engagement event,
Yeah.
and then like you have to bring the wife gifts and stuff, and like you pretty much like the brothers tell the man like what they want, and the guy has to provide it. So stuff like that, I like that. Also, there's some like there are other things in the Ghanaian culture that we do, but I don't think like my parents would be happy if we incorporated that.
Why is that for?
Because there's like it's like yeah, like the old like yeah African like spiritual
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, that probably wouldn't probably
wouldn't
wouldn't do
fly
it.
with your
Yeah,
parents.
my cousin did that actually at his wedding. They did like the what's it called? Like the calling of the ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
He married actually a Chinese. Well, she's not like from China, but like she's an Asian lady too. So it's funny. Like my family, we all
You like
date
Asian-
Asians.
Asians,
Yeah,
it's just-
it's interesting. Yeah. So
funny.
they got married up in New York. Really, really nice wedding. Really nice wedding. And they did the calling of the ancestors. I forgot the name, but they did it, and it was cool because like right at the end, all of a sudden like the wind picks up. And we're in the middle of the forest.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then like when it's done and they pour the last libation or something, the moment
like, shoots
like
up, right?
the wind like picks up and it feels like it felt like something was there with us. It was really crazy. It was like weird. That's my first experience. But
Your
yeah,
parents say?
Is
my
that what
parents
made
wouldn't
you
let us
wanna-
do it. No, they won't
Yeah.
let us do that. No,
Yeah.
because like
So-
it's like you're calling like your grandfather or like your dead ancestors.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's more like a taboo thing.
yeah.
Who is this? She ain't from here. What's going on here, man?
Hell.
This
what
place
about-
being gentrified.
And what about Hannah? Like, has she expressed like she wants to like do this Filipino tradition? And
Well, the Philip, she, according to her, I don't think there's not really like a tradition, right? Don't you guys just do normal like Filipino weddings?
no, we have like hella shit that we do. But
Oh.
She
what
just
I
did a Filipino wedding.
yeah, I was just in my.
She's
cousin's-
Filipino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my friend is very well aware of it.
You know what
Yeah.
thing I do want Hannah to do? I think it's cool. I want her dress to be custom. So I want it to have like the
That's
Filipino
The
sun,
Filipiniana thing.
sun, and like the colors, and then incorporate the Ghanaian flag colors. So I want it
that
to be
would
like
actually be
a
super
unique
dope. That'd
be
dress.
cool.
Yeah, I actually want
like a
that.
one-on-one.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That's what I want.
And what you would wear?
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you
What
like?
would
what
I'll
do
just
you-
wear a black suit.
Black suit?
Stick to that.
So you guys don't have like
Alright.
like traditional stuff that you like
Well-
do so I know Filipinos do like the men and the women. So
I
you
can
guys-
wear like my traditional Ghanaian attire. Yeah.
and you just don't want to.
I want to, but it just depends. It just depends like where the wedding is, the setting, all of that.
Do you think people would trip having two different cultures and then you're bringing obviously those elements together?
You see, that's the problem because I know like when my grandmother died, and we did the ceremony. It was a long time ago, but like I was younger, and the elders in the community weren't exactly happy with what me and my siblings our role in it. So I know like there's some kind of like there'll be some kind of and my parents are also like well known in the Ghanaian community. Like every Ghanaian knows my parents, and like it's actually true. They all know
That's
my
crazy.
parents. So like if we're doing this and like someone
guys'
here
name holds weight in the
like
community.
he did this instead of this, like this is supposed to be for the woman but he did for his son, then it can so I have to see if it won't fly, it won't fly. I'll just
Yeah.
have to like not do that stuff. But I mean
luck.
thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck. Yeah.
Speaking of weddings, I don't know if you've seen that TikTok of the Lake Como wedding with like the black people.
No.
What happened?
There was this really pretty wedding at Lake Como, and it was like a black couple. This is the Nike Dunk Low Chicago photos.
We talk about shoes, tattoos, weddings. You know what our mind's on. Business,
Philippines.
money, art,
Balls.
travel, balls.
Wait,
glitz.
you haven't seen? Where is it? I think
You didn't save it?
it was it was a while back, but it was like this video actually like blew up.
It blew up because of the area?
Yeah, because of the area. Like this was the setting.
That's wild.
It's crazy because I saw one of the TikToks. It wasn't this one, but this was the couple.
Yeah.
I saw one of the TikToks, and then
That's beautiful.
my cousin called me, and he said that was his friend. I was like, "That's crazy."
It's wild.
Yeah, he was saying that wedding was like a couple $100K, like to
I'm
do.
not surprised.
Yeah, I was like, "That's insane." So
Couple hundred.
they all went and stuff.
Jesus. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is a good amount for a wedding? That you
That's a good
think?
question. I think everyone has.
I think it shouldn't. Honestly, I'm a firm believer a wedding shouldn't. If you have to like overexert yourself for a wedding for the guests,
The gas and family.
don't do that. Like it should be. You should make your. I mean, from a guy's perspective, you want to make it like as the best for your wife because I mean I'm sure every girl wants like her dream wedding.
Yeah, that's true.
But like for me, I don't think spending too much money on a wedding is necessary. I care more about the engagement ring and like
The honeymoon.
the honeymoon than the actual wedding. Because the wedding I feel is more for the
It's for the people.
It's
Yeah.
not for yourself.
Yeah.
So I could care less about like what we do. If we got married in like this office, I would be happy. Like I don't care. And we go eat dinner down the street somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll be fine with that. In fact, one of the best weddings I went to was very simple. She got married at her church, and then we went to a lounge at the hotel that we were all staying at and just hung out all night. And that was one of the best weddings. I've been to like multi-million-dollar weddings, like destination weddings, and that
They're just
simple
like,
one
whatever.
beat all of them.
Beat all of them.
It was because it was so chill. Like it was just really intimate. It was just
Simple.
fun. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
it.
think simplicity is key. Like, I think I told you guys this when we were at our dinner last week. Like, I think as a kid, like, you know, naturally girls are like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get married and have the big, you know, wedding and da da da.
horse.
But yeah, like, you know, just the typical like Cinderella story situation. But I think like as I got older, I'm more just like, I don't even care. Like, we could like get married in the backyard for all I care. You know what I mean? Because I'd rather put more money into like the honeymoon, our house, like, you know, stuff that we actually get to like experience moving forward in our new journey of marriage, as opposed to like, hey, let's drop like 500,000 on this wedding, and then after that, whatever.
Plus,
You
we
know,
live in
like,
LA, man. Like this, it's expensive to be here. So like that 500K could be like used for your rent, like for like the next 10 years or
for
something.
your property.
Yeah,
Like, you
for
know,
like
I'd
a
rather
down
put my
payment on
money
a house
elsewhere. But I
versus
don't-
like
yeah. So yeah, I'm not opposed to the big
You
weddings.
could get
but
creative though, with,
Yeah,
with
for
a
sure.
budget. You know, I think if you could get
Yeah.
creative, it could be like way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you
I
could
think
definitely
people
make
that
it
spend too much money, it's just they're not creative.
at all because they're just leaving
You
it up
know,
to
they're
people
just
to
fucking okay. Let's do that. Let's do this. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's just,
especially like the ones that are really expensive, it just seems like too like
Too flashy.
scripted. It doesn't seem like
Yeah.
authentic. Everything is just like
yeah.
too
Like, we're
perfect.
doing it for show,
Yeah, it
you
seems
know?
like it's all for show. Hey, look
Yeah.
at how rich we are. Like it's like
look what we have.
yeah, it's a little too.
And everybody just looks at you and they just like kind of judge you, like, oh my god, did
Yeah.
you try their chicken? That shit was
It's
weird.
more for like the Instagram aesthetic, like you
Yeah.
know, like it's postable, but it's like, bitch, fuck you and your post.
And you could say that kind of relates to social media, right? Like
Yeah, exactly.
everything has to be like
Instagram
better,
picture,
better,
worthy
better,
video,
you know?
yeah, like, oh, who has the top notch wedding? It's like, bruh, are
No
you
one-
guys in love?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So your dream wedding is just like your backyard.
No, I'm not saying. I truthfully, I don't care. That's something me and my man will talk about when the time comes. But
By the way, guys, Mariah has a boyfriend.
I.
oh shit, she does.
Yeah, stop asking me about her.
Jesus
Can we
Christ.
please cut because you know my situation. Cut that part out.
Mariah's married.
Oh God.
Oh damn.
I'm
Yeah,
married to the money, guys.
yeah, she's married.
Yeah. To
No, so can we?
Okay,
cut
we'll cut it out. All
I'm
right.
in a really awkward situation right now.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I get you.
I
I
want
get.
that one.
Cut mine's two out.
Mic drop.
When you mentioned that part, you know.
Yeah. So cut. Anyway, so what were we talking about prior? So we have to pick that.
Your dream wedding.
My dream. Oh yeah. So.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow, you have an accent. Oh,
Yeah.
Discussion.
really good accent.
yeah, you're African.
I'm going to Ghana and let them know that I've been missing my
Hey, her accent's better than mine. My Ghanaian accent sucks.
my
Black
relatives.
Panther.
Yeah.
Hey, you look like the fucking dude from the Black Panther.
No, I know.
Big ass
Mbaku.
motherfucker. yes, you're
Everyone. Oh, I always get that all the time.
What does he say? He just screams something out, right?
God, the
So long.
or something.
Hey.
He always, yeah. I get that.
I just scream like that.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It sounds like
something.
what's up to me.
He seems cool though.
Yeah, but the dream wedding though.
Oh yeah.
She literally thought about her whole life and like just her situation.
I just have
Like,
like, a
oh
whole bunch of
shit.
things. No, but for real, like dream wedding, I don't think I can say like I have a dream wedding at this point because like I said, like I'm just
Okay, let me ask you a question. On his bachelorette, would you let him go to Vegas and do whatever he wants and not question it?
No.
that's a
No.
good question. That's a good question.
Because I just know how it's gonna go. Like
Would you do any haram
no,
on your bachelorette?
no.
You see, I actually talked to my girlfriend about that. I said no strippers, no dicks, no,
Like I just I
no,
feel like
Slap in your
weird
face.
shit.
Yeah.
yeah, like
I
I,
said-
feel like it's just asking for
Yeah,
problems. Like,
exactly.
Literally the day of your guys' wedding, it's like,
Yeah.
oh shit. It's like, well, what happened last night? And then you know,
Yeah,
no,
like, you have an STD and shit. I'm just kidding.
Damn, for reals.
A little too far.
He came back
From
pregnant.
clapping
Yeah,
cheeks,
imagine
like-
like that's crazy.
Why-
Damn, imagine
why is-
your wife gets knocked up on her bachelorette.
Why is my
That's-
baby Asian?
That's
yeah. Like wait a second.
Why is he
Something
Asian and
is
has
wrong.
clothes?
your baby's white.
Hey, you guys stress me out.
Yeah, but no, absolutely not. Like,
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, call me controlling or whatever. I'm like, nah, fuck that. No dicks, no guys coming topless and
yeah.
nah.
Yeah, like I'm not opposed
none
to
of that.
like, my man, like, just like have fun with your boys or whatever, but there's boundaries for sure.
Yeah.
Like you're not about to be out here acting an ass.
Like
while
you're
I'm-
single.
Yeah, while I'm over here being wholesome because we're getting married tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
So,
I think like guys who are prepared to get married, I don't think they're going out on their bachelorette to like or
think they
bachelor
would-
party to
yeah.
like go fuck.
A level of guilt, right?
Sex. Yeah.
Level of guilt.
But I think they're gonna want to throw a couple dollars to see a little couple fine little
Little ass
honeys
shake,
get
you know?
their
yeah.
stuff on.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
cool. But as far as, like you said, like,
yeah,
there's.
So you'll say like you'll be okay with him like going to strip club, getting like lap dances.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I mean, 'cause I'm
I
pretty
might
sure
be like I might
to
pull
the
up
lap
on y'all too.
dance together.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Like,
I
we
mean,
can go to the strip club together.
yeah. I mean, taking girls back to the crib, like, because I feel like the bachelorette and the bachelor party is not so much for the bride and groom. I think it's
More for their friends.
for their
Yeah,
friends because
facts.
they're like, it's our last night before you get tied up, you know?
like,
Because
let's go have fun.
yeah, because like for my cousin when she got married and
Oh,
we went to
have
her bachelorette party,
have to.
she had fun. Like we had fun. Like it was like our typical like college days, but she was like very much like to herself. Like she had fun, but like enough fun to entertain everybody. But she wasn't like
So
wild.
respecting the relationship.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she was
See,
like, I'm
that's
getting
cool.
married.
You see,
you know?
I saw this
Yeah.
one video on Twitter like maybe 2-3 years ago. This girl was at her bachelorette, and yeah, like this like the male strippers, and I guess she
yeah,
was
we
like
do that.
getting tossed up by one, and then there's a video of her walking out with the male stripper, like grabbing him by his dick and like walking him out of the room. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
What
yeah,
the
and then the husband made a response video to it, and he's like, "I called off the wedding when I saw this video. Like, I can't believe she did this. Like, you could tell he was really
that's
hurt." I was like, "That's sad. Like,
why would
you
you let
literally
your
about to
partner
get
know?
married, and like you're
a
the
question.
video of like."
There's a question to that I ask myself is like, what happens when you put yourself in a dangerous position? What do you expect?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
put yourself in a position.
you don't want to, you don't even want to plan something like that, right?
I think you should know yourself
So
and know your
that
partner.
should never even
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
part of the
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like my thing is like on both ends, like you should never put yourself in a position where your spouse is gonna be questioning things, let alone like you're embarrassing your guys' relationship and you're damn near like blatantly disrespecting them. You know what I mean? Like you should never put your partner in that position at all.
I wouldn't even go to a strip club for my bachelor. I mean, I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't even have a bachelor, put it like that, because I know
See,
my, I
y'all
know my
do it
homies.
together.
yeah.
These motherfuckers will be like, "We're gonna fucking roofie your shit. You're gonna have so much pussy.
Yeah,
You're gonna have so much pussy. you
You
know."
guys see you guys selves like if you was
I
to have a
can't.
bachelor?
I just
Yeah.
don't trust him. I wouldn't do it. I
Right.
think I invite my cousin because he's in church, and then he won't put me, he won't put me,
Smart
he
though,
won't
you
put
know
me in
your
that
friend.
situations. You know what I mean?
That's
Good
true.
with the bad though.
That's
Like
true.
the good person's gonna make you go
Yeah.
home at night, but like, would you consider like doing it together, like having a bachelor
That's
party
actually-
together?
I've heard of people that do that. Like
I have
they
a lot
do
of
it
friends that do
together.
it together because they like met their spouse or significant.
Yeah.
What's it say?
No, it's dead, but this one's recording. So it's fine.
Met their significant other kind of like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a wild type of tip, and they
That's
have
cool, too.
fun together. So
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
might have two friends in Ventura, like they want to do their bachelorette and bachelor party together. In
That was
Vegas.
my plan
That's
with
cool.
mine actually.
Yeah, I think that's a
It's
cool
like we
idea.
just
I wouldn't
get
be
like a
opposed
whole
to it.
villa or something. The girls stay on one side, guys stay on.
Yeah.
We do our own things, and then like the last day we all come together.
Yeah,
That's actually
But
cool.
yeah, like, that's
so
like
you still get your alone time.
Yeah.
and then you
Right.
just go ahead and consider.
Yeah.
That's actually I wouldn't be opposed to that. I like that idea.
Are you guys more so like, cause okay, so my cousin had her bachelor party or bachelorette party, like I want to say like 2 months before her wedding. Do you want your party to be right before the wedding or like a couple
I would
months
do
or
like
weeks
3 days
ahead?
before my wedding.
Yeah?
At least to recover.
Yeah, I'll probably
You know,
do
recover.
3-4 days. So the
3-4
high is
days.
still, you're like
Yeah,
going from one
'cause I
high
don't
to
wanna have
another.
fun and be like,
Yeah.
damn, I gotta wait until I get married.
Yeah, you gotta wait like 5 months.
God, man. And then we
It's
just
so
fucking
long.
argue, and then it's
Yeah.
out. Had a whole ass part, like,
Right.
bachelor
'Cause
party
I
for
think
no reason.
the point of it is to like kick off like your wedding.
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
wedding
So I
week.
think
Yeah.
a couple days in advance is good. But I
That'd be
wouldn't
cool.
do a couple months because yeah, like you said, it's like you're on your high horse and it's like, I gotta wait. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
how did she feel about that? Like when she came back, was she like, oh man, I still gotta wait to get married, or like, you
Yeah,
know?
what'd she feel?
It seemed like she was like very, very happy about it. I mean, also too, she originally planned her wedding like right when the pandemic hit, so it kind of like threw off the whole process of
Yeah.
everything. So it was like, oh, okay, like now we're just gonna replan the bachelorette and bachelor party, and then it was like a month, 2 months later, the wedding happened. Maybe even further on. I might have my timing off, but before the wedding, we had time where we all went to the club together. So like everybody met, like, and we all hung out, like the bride and groom and everybody's family and friends, and so it was like we had they had their separate like bachelorette and bachelor party, and then we had like the together
one.
yeah, and we were all like turned up, and we are like, oh my god, this feels like Chico all over again.
Yeah.
It was like Chico.
yeah.
My cousin was actually, he was going to get married in Spain with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
And it was going to be like huge because all my family was traveling and planning their trips.
Yeah.
And like, dude, beautiful, like hotel, everything. Like, it was like all planned out. And right before it, like the pandemic happened, so I got canceled. But like,
Dang.
I know,
I had a friend
it was
that
like
had
it was
their-
gonna be crazy. I was looking forward to going to that one. That was
Yeah.
gonna be wild. But
I have a brother that I have a half brother that lives in Spain, and
Oh, that's dope.
but we're not close. But I definitely wanted to use him to go. You know,
Use them.
Use him to go. Wow.
yo, so we're,
just 'cause we know him
since
somebody
we're
out there.
related. Can I
Yeah.
stay at your crib?
Right.
Can I stay? Share the same dad.
I'll buy you a bottle.
That's it. Just
I'll give you a tat.
You come stay with me in LA when you come here.
Okay.
right.
that's
Stay
a good
at-
exchange.
stay
Stay
at
in
my
my
daughter's
house. I
room.
get a tattoo.
Yeah, stay in my house.
Ah,
I got the dogs, the kids, got the tattoos.
Hey,
Okay.
that's another thing that's crazy as a tattoo artist. They'll be like, "Well, I don't got money, but I could pay you differently." Like I had a guy offer me a gun, but it was a ghost gun.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it happens.
Hey, it was cool. It was a ghost
Yeah.
gun. Like it was a build gun.
Yeah.
It just didn't have a code. I mean, a barcode or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is.
shit. You
I mean,
know.
And I was gonna do it, but I just didn't
Thought
not
about
doing
it
it. I'd rather just buy a
Yeah,
gun from
get
the
like
store.
a proper one.
But he was like, "Yo, we could
Right.
exchange it." I'm like, "Damn, that sounds really convincing."
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm actually
Have you
going
ever
gun
done-
shopping this week.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't-
What you gonna buy? What you gonna buy?
I wanted. There's. I'll show you after.
You have big hands,
my
man.
my barber was telling me about one gun that's like.
What is it, a handgun?
Yeah,
or
it's
is
a
it
handgun.
rifle?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm gonna start off with. I forgot
You should
the
get
name.
you should
Yeah.
get a Glock 17.
Glock 17.
It's a bigger,
have all
you have bigger
Glocks.
hands, so I feel like
Yeah.
it'll fit really well. A Glock 19 is something that I would have. It's a smaller.
Yeah.
I like how
Smaller
Glock 19
barrel.
shoot.
You know, the Glock 17s have a longer barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Yeah, I
Those are
want to
good
get one. I want one that also has like a laser on it too.
Yeah, you
what
could
the
add that.
No.
You're gonna be playing the house, bro?
Added.
I found
I
you.
have those added on.
You have-
on
yeah.
4 of mine.
You have? Oh wow. Can I buy one off of you?
No.
No.
I need one for each section of the house.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Pow pow.
Sheesh.
We should
Yeah.
all go
Crazy.
shooting together since we all shoot.
Yeah, please.
Oh, I'm down. Yeah,
I'm fucking down.
You shot a gun before, Emmanuel? Or
Yeah.
just, oh.
Look,
I was just asking.
my birthday last year, I went to a shooting range.
Would you
I mean,
shoot
if you guys don't want to pay,
I-
like
AR-15?
No, I didn't shoot any
Shit.
AR-15s. No,
The land
no, just the
Regular
regular
handguns?
handguns. It was my first time,
Revolvers?
so like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was. But we're gonna go this weekend. And I'm gonna try like the AR.
Where are you gonna go to?
There's this spot. If it's funny because there's one near my house, but the one I went to was in not Newport Beach. It was in Orange County.
Oh, wow.
Out there, and it was like actually cool. Like because I mean, like guns. I think it changed my whole perspective on guns. Because I'm like, I feel like teaching people gun safety is extremely important.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
all about
yeah.
guns, man.
Yeah,
And
I-
the
If
whole
you need a
gun
CCW,
control, I'm not.
hit me.
I think guns are extremely
Yeah,
important.
I think it's
you know?
important. I mean, and it's crazy too. Like it's crazy times. You need to be able to protect yourself.
I think I
You
just
have your
read.
CCW, Chris?
Yeah, I just read that in LA, anything that is like that, like if you steal.
Oh, yeah, you're just let off now.
they don't even arrest you. They
Yeah.
just end no bail.
Yeah.
What my cousin told me, he said that it's even so crazy that you can, like, you go into a store, right?
Yeah.
You go rob them. If the employee at Apple beats you up,
Yeah.
you can sue Apple and win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that crazy. You can go
It's-
rob someone,
it's
get your
backwards
ass
now.
beat, and then sue the company and get money from it.
Right.
It's like fucking ass
The
backwards.
system is like
It's like
it just works for everybody.
it makes it. It's so
yet
bad.
for nobody. You know.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it is. It is. But like, yeah,
And if you got money too, it gets you out. If
Yeah.
you got money, bro, you're set.
yeah, you just can get away with anything. But yeah, dude, it's crazy because when I went, bro, there was like men that like will pull up in like a Porsche 911 and then like in their trunk, he's like in a suit. In his trunk, pull out like a whole shotgun. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dude, people travel like that. It like was bizarre to me, like how many people like have guns. It's like,
Yeah, because even like back in the days, or like red states, guns are kind of like it's like carrying a bat in your car.
Yeah.
It's
a way of
really
life.
it was just a way of life. It's just a tool, right? And if you're aware and you're knowledgeable about it, you're gonna be fine with it. You're not gonna
'cause you're
have
confident in it.
accidents. The accidents that we have now.
Right.
The problems that is now is because we don't have the knowledge and the training to actually handle these weapons. And then you have kids around that are exposed to this, and then so you have all these numbers of accidents that are happening. But if you actually train people, and like my cousin was around guns all his life because my uncle was he was doing a lot of bad things, so he had people were always after him. So he had a shotgun right next to the toilet. He had a Glock. He was just surrounded by weapons. Not once did my cousin ever have an accident because my uncle trained him and told him, you don't grab this, and if you grab this is how you're supposed to use it, but I don't want you to use it. You know what I mean? But he was always around guns, and he, I guess, whatever you want to call it, proper training or not, but if
Yeah.
you get some proper training, man, you'll be good.
Right,
I
that's
think
my
the
dad's
fear-
biggest
yeah.
thing because, like,
You know?
I grew up. I think I started shooting when I was like 14, maybe 13, 14 or something. So, and that was my dad's biggest thing. Like, if you're gonna be shooting, like, I'm gonna teach you exactly what you need to know, how to, you know what I mean? So, like, gun safety was like his biggest
Hold up,
thing.
let's run it back a little bit. You just say, I started shooting when I was 14. That's what my dad say. If you're gonna be shooting,
Right.
like, hold on, hold up. You
This
just
is
like,
how
yo,
you
14,
use
let's
it.
go shoot at 14. Like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean,
you know what's crazy? Because right before she said that, I was this close to saying, a lot of like white people teach their kids how to shoot at a young age. And right before I said that, you brought your,
Like my
my dad. You literally beat me to it. That's why I started laughing because I was like, I was just about to say that.
to be fair though, the reason why we got guns when I was young was because I had like 4 break-in attempts in my room specifically
What?
at my parents' house. So it's like we have big bully, like I grew up with American bulldogs. Like I have bully dogs, they're protection dogs, and all that stuff. But it's like, to what extent is that going to really protect? Like obviously they're going to do their job, but it's like at the end of the day, like my dad still has a family to protect, and that's that. So that's kind of like what caused the, like we're just going to get guns. And everybody in the house is going to know how to operate a gun. So it's like when time comes, if you're home alone, you're good to go, So that was my dad's biggest thing. Like it's the gun safety, exactly what to do, how to hold it, certain where to point it, that type of thing. So yeah, like I've literally been shooting since I was young. That's why it's like when I show people like my targets that I shoot, people are like, oh shit, like you actually know how to shoot. I'm like, yeah, like I've been doing this. Like that's why I be trying to tell people, like you have to know how to shoot. It's not just like pow pow pow.
Yeah.
It's not like the movies like,
Yeah, no, like you need to know.
Fuck it.
like nah,
Yeah, like
bro.
a lot of people
Actually,
don't
Rain
know
on
that
these
there's a way you need to like pull the trigger. Like the way
Yeah.
you pull the trigger, like literally determines where the fuck the bullet is going.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, no. So we should all go.
It's
shooting.
becoming like the Wild Wild West, man.
Yeah, no, facts.
fucking
Like
crazy
that's why
out
I keep my
here.
shit on me all the time.
Man,
Like,
you don't expect the cops or anybody to help you or save you. And I ain't got nothing
Right.
against cops. I love cops. I love all
Protect
that,
them, too.
but it's just like it's just really bad right now, bro.
It's bad, man.
Bad. So I'm just like, man, you gotta take care of yourself.
yeah.
just the other day, there was a couple that was fighting right there at the park, loud as shit. I could hear them, and I look outside, and they're like, this guy's like all up in her grill, like ready to like knock her, and the cop is right there,
Just like
just
that.
drives
Minding
off,
his business. Yeah.
goes off. I'm like, bro, what if this?
He's
what
probably
if-
like, oh, this is normal.
yeah, he's like, I've seen this already.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy, man. And then like he'll probably get a call as this girl got knocked out, and he'll probably like drive
come
back.
after. I'll come
Yeah,
after. Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy. Like you should have. I'm like, common sense would say like, hey, like you're a cop, like you should just go and
Just
like
check on the
yeah,
situation.
see like, hey, is everything okay? She's like, nah, like he's really crazy. Okay, get in my car, I'll take you where you need to go. But
Right.
like, yeah, but they just drove
But
off.
then you got to think about it in a different perspective, right? Like I was in a situation where there was a lady that she was with her boyfriend walking down. They were homeless, and we stood up to try to help her because he was hitting her. But you know what she did? She went right back to that relationship. She went right back
of
to the
course.
guy.
It happens all
So
the
it's like,
time, yeah.
yo, like you know, I know some people. Some of my clients are cops, and the most dangerous cause they get are domestic violence. The most dangerous situations, you know what I mean? So you're trying to help somebody, but the person still wants to be in that violent relationship. So it's just like, yo, man, I could save your life today, but what's gonna happen tomorrow?
Right.
I see
know?
a lady get choked out by her man at a Puente Hills Mall parking lot. They got in
Yo,
a fight,
it's
and he
crazy.
literally
And they still went home
put her in a
together.
headlock,
And then-
choked her out. She
Yeah.
fell down, got up, booked it into Burlington, and everyone was just like, "What the fuck?" But no one wanted anything because that guy looked like he could like fuck
Off
you
the
up.
shit.
Like, yeah, he looked like he probably had something on him too. And then all of a sudden, like 30 minutes go by, everyone's just like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then all of a sudden, like she comes back out. They hug, kiss, go in the car, drive off. I'm
You
like,
know what's
what the
crazy?
fuck?
Wild, bro.
I'm like, dude, that's insane.
Last year, where I live at, you can see the parking lot that's in front of my building. So I remember it was like 2 a.m. one time. I forgot, I was on the phone with like somebody, or I was watching TV. I was up doing whatever, and I heard this couple arguing, and I'm like, is that like the couple above me, below me? I couldn't figure out if it was coming from my building or what the case was. And then I looked outside, and it's this couple full blown arguing like in the parking lot in front of the car. To make it short of a long story, the guy literally like knocked her in her shit on top of he had her on top of the hood of the car, like the whole, like this is like a full domestic abuse situation. And I'm watching and I'm like, should I call the cops as like anonymous, or should I like wait it out? Should I call front desk to say like, hey, like, do you see that couple in front of the building? You know, I was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, let me wait it out, because then I could see that she hopped the fence and was now on the other side of the parking lot. So I'm like, okay, maybe she's gonna like get away. So now this like I'm just watching. And he ends up hopping the fence as well. He's chasing after her. He's like, bitch, like, come back here, da 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 da. And she comes back to him, and now she went inside the car. He dragged her outside of the car, again proceeds to beat her on top of the hood of the car.
Crazy.
They hug it out and drove off. And I was like, what the fuck? I just
I
witnessed
mean, it
the
was a scary
craziest
hug. She
shit.
probably like, I have no choice but to hug you at this point.
No, like you could tell it was like genuine.
Maybe this is gonna stop it. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
it's gonna slow it down.
Just thinking, yeah.
That's
Yeah, like,
crazy.
he literally like beat her on top of the hood of the car. Like she's like laid out, and he's like, pop, 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 pop.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
And
wild.
I'm just watching this from my window, like, wow.
And she had a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I would have.
What would you do in a situation like that?
If I had a gun?
Like, no,
Oh.
if you've seen a man, like, you know, physically actually beating up on a girl,
Yeah, as a man, like, what would you do? Like, would you intervene?
and you're walking
call
by,
the
you're just
cops?
minding your own
Like-
You see,
business.
for me, like, I would. Okay, so I believe, like, obviously men are supposed to, like, protect women and stuff. But at the same time, I use common sense. And I'm like, okay, if this guy is agitating, he's beating up a woman, and he's definitely not, like, thinking clearly, I'm not going to go hop in and, you know, like, try to, you know, restrain him, or
Yeah.
like, because then I could, who knows, like, what if he has a gun, or he has a knife, like, then I'm a victim. So like what
Yeah,
I
that's true.
probably would do, I mean, honestly, what I'll do is just call the cops. I mean, like, it's a little different, because if someone's like actually getting into a fight, because I've seen it myself. I've seen fights, like bar fights, like guy versus guy, and some dude tries to step in, he gets his ass knocked out.
Oh, yeah. Or he
And,
gets
like,
getting killed.
Or he gets killed.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
that
just
happens
like,
a lot.
Yeah, it happens a lot. And I'm like,
I don't wanna be that
Yeah, I
person.
don't want to be that person. Like, I want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't leave. I'll probably go somewhere like distance, like, so I could see it.
Yeah.
But I'll call the cops, let you know, and like make sure like he doesn't like.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go intervene. It's just not my business.
I think you have to be willing to go to the extremities.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because
I
it's
think
like,
you just need to mentally
it's like-
know what could happen if you.
Yeah.
yeah, like,
But if it's like a girl
But
I
it's a
know,
mind-
if it's someone I know,
Then you're
I'll
gonna
jump
step-
in.
yeah.
But like if I don't know you, I just see it happening, I'm just gonna call the cops. But yeah.
that's That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to have a fucking mindset. Like, especially if you grew up in the hood. I grew up in the hood, so it's kind of like you do or die. You're either ready,
Right.
you know what I mean, or you're not gonna do it. And but it's like obviously the difference between me and you. I'm a small person,
Yeah.
a bigger guy, obviously. You know what I mean? So
You-
you know,
sometimes like if I have something on me, I'll feel more inclined to be like, hey, like get off of her. Like point it at him and be like, hey, like get off of her or else I'm gonna pop you in the leg or something.
yeah,
But like
yeah, that'd be different.
but if I don't have anything on me, I'm not gonna intervene. Because
I'm more scared about what you have in your pockets.
exactly.
Like fist fight, whatever. I'm more scared about what you have in your pockets. If you have
Exactly.
a gun, like I've had a gun pointed in my head, and it was just starting off a fight, and then it turns into a barrel right in between my eyeballs.
Yeah, that's
so
scary.
it's just like you don't know. And it comes down to what you got and what I got. You don't
Exactly,
bring a knife
that's what
to a
it is.
gunfight,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know. You gotta be ready, unless you know, like, all right, maybe if he doesn't have a gun, I'm gonna just lay this fool out. I'm gonna give him a 1-2, lay him out. I'm a big guy. I know that he won't handle it. I'm gonna lay him out. I'm gonna drag his ass out. Tell the girl, go ahead and leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like so much shit you gotta think about.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
but if you try to help and you don't even have a game plan,
Yeah.
you can get killed.
You can get
and you're
killed.
Like, young innocent man, tries to, get Samaritan, tries to help this lady,
and then she's probably gonna go back right to him.
and go right back.
Looks
That's why you get
stupid.
labeled just a good Samaritan.
Yeah, good
Call it a
Samaritan,
day.
GoFundMe, and then
Yeah.
the girl goes back to the guy, has a
Right.
baby with him, gets married.
Fucking
and
true
yeah.
story. I was in a situation with me and my cousin. We got into a physical fight with my cousin's baby daddy and the guy's friend, and the guy was treating her bad. He was screaming at her, and he was getting extremely verbally and becoming to be aggressive, physically aggressive. We went outside. We handled it. It was just 2-on-2. But trip on this part, all right? The girl. So it's me and my cousin fighting the two dudes. My cousin, which is from my other cousin's family side, so she's not really related to us, right? She comes up from the back. She grabs a key and she stabs my cousin here. If it wasn't by this much more, he would have been blind. But
Wow.
just look at that scenario where it's
Yeah.
like we were there to help her, and yet we became like the victim because my cousin almost went blind. It stabbed right through here, and he still has his eyeball. But it was just, it's just like you don't even get involved. I wouldn't really get involved if there's no child involved.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get involved. If there's a child, man, fuck it. I'm willing to go as far because I got kids. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I get you.
The kids is innocent. They shouldn't be in a scenario like that. You know.
Yeah.
So, but an adult woman, man, I really don't know the whole story. So
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
really fucking just hop on that.
Even just like to close it off, like there's this I think Kazakhstanian fighter, and they asked him the same question about like, oh, like since like you're such a big guy, you're a professional fighter, you won, like how do you conduct yourself in public if someone wants to fight you? He says he'll never get in a fight with strangers in public because he's like, even though I can kick their ass, I don't know if they have a gun. I don't know if they have a knife. I don't know what they have. So it's the same logic. Like, I think some guys like just think like they can beat everyone's ass, but it's like you live in a world like people have guns, people have knives. At that point, you're done. Like if someone whips out, and one thing about like safety, I think that's why guns are like probably the best form of safety is because a taser, pepper spray, if that person can like shake it off, you're just gonna piss them off even more,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be more aggravated and wanting to actually kill you, like from just hurting. It's actually like wanting to end you. Yeah, so
That's
like
true.
guns are the only thing that
Even if
actually
they're on
like
drugs too. Even if they're on drugs, it's
Yeah.
even stronger.
a taser's not even gonna fuck with them. Nah,
Yeah.
you
And on
can't
top of
tase
that, you
someone.
have to be, especially a taser, I have to be next to you to use that. You know what I mean? Like if I'm far away, it's the sound that might be like, oh, it's just a taser. But in reality, it's like, bro, I have to be right next to you to use that. Whereas a
Someone's
gun-
drugged up, especially here in
Yeah.
LA. Like someone's drugged up, they don't give a fuck about your taser.
right? They're like,
It's
what is
like,
that? It's
Yeah,
like a
what
toy.
is
Like,
that? Yeah. A gun won't even scare them. A gun won't scare them until they get shot, and then they
I mean, they think
feel.
they're fucking unbreakable,
most
so they
people-
just walk to you.
They'll
Yeah.
walk to you.
like that homeless guy.
Oh, yeah, the
Bro,
homeless
we
guy.
were filming like this is before I left to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Before I left to the Philippines, we were
just
filming
telling a story
outside.
yesterday.
Why was this homeless man literally chasing us? Like literally, like
Yeah.
we're
Shut up,
running
what?
across.
He
I
was up
swear to
in
God.
her grill at
Yeah,
the corner,
like-
and I was watching it, and I was just like,
Oh.
It's this guy could literally pick up Mariah and run off with her because he was like twice her size.
He was like 6'5", and I'm
Yeah,
looking at
6'5",
him like, yo,
like
he's
300 and something pound
he's
dude.
literally telling me, oh, we were with Johnny, huh?
Yeah.
So we were doing a collab video with another brand owner. So I was with him and Emmanuel and Cassie were on the other side of the corner. So me and Johnny are there trying to get our footage, and the man just comes up to me and he's like, military code 555, you're in violation, da-da-da. And I was like, yo, like,
Guy
what
was
is
tweaking,
he was like
bro.
full on
He was
tweaking,
crazy.
giving me
What?
military. He was like, oh, you need to evacuate per code, da 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 da. And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm looking at Johnny like, bro, like, do you hear this, man? I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna like ignore him. And as much as I kept ignoring him, he's still like in my fucking face. And I'm like,
Wow.
yo, this is crazy. And the insane part is, 2 minutes prior to this homeless man coming up to me, this other dude walked up to me and he was just like, hey, like, well, I'm not gonna say the street name, so I'm not giving out the office, but like he was like, hey, like, what way to so and so street? And I was like, oh, it's literally like the next block, just like go that way. So he was like, okay, cool. When he walked away, I swear to God, he must have just gotten stabbed because he had his hand wrapped up, fully bloody. The back of his shirt right here at the bottom was like a fresh blood stain. You could see it seeping through, and he's just like all over the place. And I'm like, did you just like get freshly stabbed like 2 minutes prior walking up to me? Is that why you're asking where to go? You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I was just like, what the fuck is going on down here? But yeah, so then fast forward to homeless man. So now the street, like, we can now finally cross. The cars are out. So me and Johnny are crossing. The man is now full force, like fast walking to like follow us. And I'm like, Johnny, like the guy is fucking following. And Cassie and Emmanuel are over there on the other side, just having
I
the
took off
time of
running.
their life.
No, I
And-
left.
No, this was before.
before.
This was
Oh.
before. So now finally, me and Johnny cross to the other side where Cassie and Emmanuel are at, and the guy is now crossing through traffic.
Through
the
traffic.
cars.
Traffic is
Like,
coming in both
it
directions.
now-
This
it
guy is
literally looked
walking
like
through it.
A fucking movie, like, you know, in those movies when someone is like going
Yeah.
through traffic and like you turn around and they're just standing there like staring.
I'm not even
That's what
joking.
It was like he
I
was
saw it
going.
slow-mo.
Yeah, he was
saw it
going
too.
through traffic, dead ass, like eyeing us, like, I'm coming after you. And he literally starts like running after us, and I'm like, yo, like, let's go.
I know, and I looked and I see Cassie booking it.
Yeah,
and
she's
then
gone.
I'm like,
Cassie
oh
left
shit.
us,
And I
like-
look back and this guy is in the middle of the
following.
traffic,
I said,
like
let's go. I
about
was
like
you guys
booking
he's
it
coming.
towards us, not getting hit. And then I was like, fuck it. So I booked it too, and all of us started running. And we come
crossed
here,
the
we cross the street, and the fucking cop is right there, and he's just looking at us. I'm like, bro, do you not see this fucking big ass dude chasing
Everybody
us?
around was like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is going on? Because
everyone
they
was-
knew we were getting chased by him, and they were just like,
Everyone was just standing there, man. I was like, these
That's
people.
that's just one thing that shows you that nobody is gonna save you.
Exactly.
get the fuck.
No one-
Nobody.
Yeah.
no one-
Same.
yeah.
Like whether you like it or
Oh,
not,
people.
you have to have a strategy of defense. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
right? You have to. So it was either getting a gun or planning ahead of time, and it's not to be tough, but just to survive the situation.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he's thinking. All I know is I want to survive, but in his mind, he's probably in a whole different world.
Clearly he
and
was
it's
in
just he could just
military
kill me.
mode.
He could
Yeah.
just kill me without even fucking any circumstances or even thought that he might go to prison.
That
He's
guy's-
gone.
yeah,
Yes,
it was
so-
in that moment where I
Yeah,
was like,
like,
this
what
why
do
I
you
don't
do?
leave my gun
Like, what
upstairs.
the fuck do you
Like,
do in that
Yeah.
situation?
This
You
guy
know what I
was
mean?
big as hell, man. And usually when I come walk around, like I carry like I won't say exactly what I carry, but I carry stuff with me. And so I'm like
I carry my phone.
I carry my phone in my pocket just in case someone wants to act stupid. I can like protect myself. The one day I don't carry it with me,
That's
that
what I was
fucking
thinking about my
happened.
gun too. I was like, the one time my gun is
the one
upstairs.
time I don't have
Look,
it,
look.
I'm like, this fucking
You're a big ass dude,
NFL
dog.
defensive.
Big, bro. I was
no,
like-
this guy was like an NFL defensive lineman level big. Like he was
Yeah.
big as fuck.
And I'm telling you,
And he was like
literally,
chasing
like,
it. Imagine like well, I can't even say his name, Indominus Sue, or like that guy on the Rams is chasing after you.
Yeah.
Bro, you're
That's
like,
what it was,
nah.
bro, like-
If that guy got hold of me, like even me, I know I'm a strong guy. I probably couldn't break his grip. Like if he got hold of me, like yeah.
Definitely gotta have a perimeter.
I
It's
was
the
like,
dirt
nah.
and
Give
the
him a
scent
1-2.
that I'm scared of.
1-2.
Yeah.
Plus he looked tweaked out. I'm like this
That
dude,
boy got right back up.
dude, he probably has
Like,
like that crazy strength, like that.
yeah.
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 Is he an
like,
old man?
He had gray hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say maybe
So he
like
has that old man strength.
50,
Yeah.
60s,
Probably.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dude, if I went head to head with this guy, he probably pulls like.
And he was looking into my soul when he was talking to me. He was like, military code 5, you need to evict. I was like,
Yeah.
but dead ass like into my soul. And I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
yo, like,
This guy probably knows like some
know?
military secret. Like
Well, he probably wasn't
like,
military, maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
probably how he ended up like how he is.
veteran,
But he
maybe.
dead ass was like
Yeah.
spitting out hella military codes, like you need to evacuate now and da da da. I was like,
That's
dude,
scary.
yeah.
dude, yeah.
That was,
Actually,
that was an intense
imagine
couple,
what's
like,
going on in his mind. Like he's probably like in another country,
Yeah.
fighting and like.
for all I know, he was probably trying to save us. But,
Yeah,
you know what
like,
I
he
mean?
probably.
But,
In his world.
yeah, in his world, he was
know-
like, these people need to go.
That's
you know?
what I thought. I was just like, he actually was probably trying to save us from
Yeah.
whatever where
But it
he
just
wanted to
came off
evacuate
scary.
from. But
He's
yeah,
trying to save
someone's
us from the
chasing after
Matrix.
you. Yeah, the Matrix.
It's just like, no, this shit's crazy.
Yeah, no,
I
that
was
was-
terrified.
I would be like, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roger
no.
that.
Roger.
You know?
I think
I
that's
think
what
that's-
Johnny said. I think he was like 10-4.
Yeah.
Like,
I
he was
think
all in
they
there.
drew the attention, yeah.
Playing to is the only way to get out sometimes.
Yeah,
you
man,
know?
that was a scary
Look, I
situation.
have my niece's mom, right? She's a cop now, and she was in a situation where there was a tension between her officer, and then this guy that I basically kind of pulled next to. There was a gun. There was gunshots, and it was right there where they were at. So then they pulled up, and they're assuming this van. So they pull right next to it. My cousin, my niece's mom is right there driving, and then her sergeant's like, hey, tell him, press him, press him. What is he doing? Stuff like that. But in her mind, she felt by looking at him, this was the shooter, and he all has a hit on me right now. Like I am right here, he's right there. All he needs to do is do this, and I'm out.
Yeah.
She felt that. So she's like, I need to play a part. I need to not basically interrogate this guy,
Right.
but I need to kind of get him comfortable to just mess with him, to make him feel that I don't know, that I don't believe it's him, but I'm just gonna ask him like, hey, did you hear
Right.
some gunshots?
Yeah.
Sounds close, huh? The guy's like,
down.
the guy was like, he had the gun there. He was ready. He's like, I'm gonna go out, and then he was just like you could tell in his face, he's like, no, I don't know, but you could tell that he's already ready to go. Like he's just willing to sacrifice everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, I didn't hear anything. And she's like, oh, that was weird. And then her sergeant is like, nah, press him. You know what I mean? And the thing about us guys, when we have this adrenaline, we don't really react with this. We react just with kind of just the masculinity of frustration, and we do stupid shit, right? But like it's wiser to be wise on how she reacted, right? She was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna handle the situation differently. They ended up letting the guy go. Okay. Well, when they came back to the area where it happened at, the camera show footage that was actually the guy. The next day, I believe, or a couple of days later, they have a fucking not a hit and run, but a car chase, and it was him. She was the one that ended up car chasing him.
Wow.
So she picked up the call, and they had all these cops follow her,
Yeah.
and they ended up in LAX. He surrenders. He gets on his knee, and they made her handcuff the guy. And the guy looks at her. He's like, I remember you.
Oh shit.
It could have gone completely different that night.
Yeah.
Damn.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
And she told me it brought down this crazy feeling in my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He surrendered to me completely normal. I don't know, maybe because I was a woman. He didn't oppose it. He didn't give us any threats. He just surrendered.
She
But I will never forget his eyes.
Yeah.
Him telling me it could have been completely different. It could have gone completely different.
I'm pretty sure they had like some type of telekinesis on the original
was a
day
connection.
that they.
There was.
It was like she
Yeah.
knows that
Yeah.
I know that she knows
Yeah.
that it's me,
Yeah.
but she's letting me go right now. Like
Dude, you could be around monsters. You
yeah,
could be around monsters and really just know how to handle the situation of how you approach the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
I know you're that. I know you're a killer, but how I approach the situation towards you, I have to be wiser,
Right.
not tougher, but wiser, because I want to survive at the end of the day.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I
And he's
mean?
in his head. He's probably like, "I'm the tough guy right now. Like I'm ready to go.
I'm
all
willing
out."
to sacrifice everything. I have nothing to lose. You have everything
Yeah.
to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you just got to play the part
Every
Yeah.
scary movie, or
just to
like-
get out that scenario.
Right.
Yeah,
I've done that, and to be honest, man, that's
crazy.
one of the.
yeah.
It's a touchy subject,
Yeah, for
Gotta
sure.
do.
All right.
Damn. Well, that was
That
cool.
was a good. That was a good podcast. All right.
How long was that?
That was probably like 2 hours.
Yeah, we did good. We got a lot of footage.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Chris, for tuning
Thank you
in.
for having me.
Yes,
This is
thank
cool.
you.
I want to come back.
Yeah.
Next podcast, he comes back. He's gonna be doing a tattoo on one of us.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned.
He's gonna be
Because Emmanuel and
he's gonna be
Cassie.
tattooing Cassie's inner thigh. Live on camera.
Oh no!
Emmanuel,
Li-
don't give me trouble by hand now. Okay?
Live on OnlyFans.
Don't do my friend like that.
You guys beat us.
But no, seriously, like Chris is gonna be tattooing me next
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be
So-
tattooing Mariah.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We just gotta come up with what it is, but I will be getting tattooed next podcast.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care.
Cool.
Peace out. Bye.